Are we going in?
You're live now.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Wow, 14 people online already. Join us. Come.
What's up, guys?
Everybody
Full
coming
house
in.
today.
Yeah. Those of you, if you are already in, drop us a line in the comment section. Say hi. Today we've got Thomas joining us as well.
Yeah,
What's up, guys?
man.
Yeah. Hey, Thomas, do you prepare a set of "Dude, where's my car?" questions for us?
No lah, don't have lah. This is your show. I just come here to hang out. I see you
I
guys have
share-
so much fun on the Monday. I said like, hey, I want to have fun also. So I just want to hang out with you guys. Okay.
Actually, the
Guys,
picture-
who wants to see Thomas on a more permanent basis in this show? Type Thomas in the comments.
Wow.
Type
I don't think
Thomas.
anyone want
Ah.
what's up?
Okay, we have Kokulan here with us. We have Jimmy. We have Kelvin. Oh, and the
That's the Land Rover.
Defender.
That's the Land Rover Defender.
Yes.
Nice.
It's Derek. Hi, Derek. Carlson.
Hey, Derek just got a 626, right?
Oh,
man.
nice.
Awesome.
Yes. Vishalan is with us. Jensen. Hello, Jensen. Aaron Raj. And of course, here, Thomas.
Oh, shit off. Isaiah. Oh, yeah, I would love
Okay,
to
guys,
hang out.
help us share the video. Wait for
Yeah,
more
guys,
people
help us
to
share the
Mm.
video on your Facebook. Use Kevin.
Hello.
David. Hi,
Oh,
David.
yeah, I want to share the
Hey,
video.
David.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the share on my side as well. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, man.
Wow, so fast. So fast.
VRAC 740 LE. Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the super big nose.
Wow, question already.
Do you recommend this and to
2000
Okay,
km.
there's multiple questions. There's multiple questions here.
So I guess before this, the pre-reg is what when they register the car because they want to get a year-end thing done, or because it's a test unit.
Yep.
How does it work, Bobby? Of course,
Sorry.
they are the-
Okay.
So you got the test cars and you've got
Yeah.
the showroom cars, and it's like pre-reg cars, So
Yeah.
pre-reg cars, from what I hear, they're not actually test cars, right?
They're not.
they may be or they may be not. They could have been directors' cars or just just registered cars.
Could be test drive cars as well, right?
Yeah.
But very low mileage, 2000 kilometers, right? No?
2,000 clicks. Can get
Okay.
even lower.
Okay. It's November now. If you don't want to get the car now and wait for early next year to get the car, you save nothing.
Yeah.
They won't.
Yeah.
They won't because your car is already produced this year.
Yeah.
And if it is pre-reg, it remains there in the showroom, with about 2,000 km. 2,000 km is where they qualify for pre-reg to
Correct.
be sold at a discount. So you don't have to wait. You can get the car. You're not going to get any savings if you wait until January or something, because your car is produced, are you saying March 21st this year? March
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, get it. 462,000. What's the official price? I call it 600. No.
Yeah. Wait.
There's a baller of a saving, 30%, man.
Yeah, that's
570. So that's like 100k saved.
100K, yeah.
Right?
100K, yeah.
And if you insure your car at 460,000 ringgit, I mean, we do not know whether you have NCD or not. All right, but assuming you have 55% NCD lah, it's 5,005. 5,000 40% of 5,005 is how much It's about 2,000 ringgit.
Oh,
But you say, like, can you opt for pro mileage, you cannot do it for your first year, right? You only can do it for the next
Can.
year.
Can.
Oh wow,
Can.
that's good news.
We have
That's good news.
we have updated Evo Club Insurance, so you can actually get it registered.
Yeah.
And,
Wow, that's good news.
under our insurance for first year. Yeah.
Nice.
So I mean, assuming that you have 55% NCD, right?
Oh
460,000.
no! He said he got no NCD. God.
No NCD. Wow, even more
Ouch.
savings. So
Ouch!
no NCD, right? 12K.
You gotta start somewhere, man.
Okay, guys. I teach you all a tip. Who's
He's
oh
lagging.
this is from
Right.
Jiang.
Okay, I think I know what Bobby's trick
You-
is. You register
go
a very cheap
Muda
car, you park aside, and just wait for it. You just renew every year until you reach 55%.
Yes.
Yes.
So
That's the thing.
if you have a few cars, I mean, you just look at it. The cheapest car is at 1,000 or 2,000 ringgit, right?
Yeah.
You have 2 or 3 under your name, right? You keep them for 5 years, right? Their NCD can be applied to even a Bugatti if you want to. That's
Correct.
the loophole.
Correct.
You're gonna save a lot of money from that.
But look at the bright side, Carlson. If you got no NCD, right? Your savings is 4,800. That pays for your road tax for the next 2 years.
Yep.
Ouch.
Looking at the bright side.
So if you got no NCD, the only choice is Evo Club Insurance, Get Evo Club Insurance.
Yeah.
You get to save 40%. You can't save 55. You save 40.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, please help us share the video. Tag your friends if you're on Facebook. Get more people coming in. All right. Before we go to the show,
Bobby.
yes.
Okay, sorry. I saw a comment from Jason Un. He visited the show last 2 weeks about the Mazda 6.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Your uncle say Mazda 6 spare parts susah cari. What susah cari? Just go to a Mazda dealership. That's it.
Yeah, no.
Who asked you to
engine
cari
is
your own
the
spare part?
same as a regular Mazda as the sedan.
This is one thing that I couldn't understand. This notion of chari spare part. When was the last time you chari a spare part? Right? You just drive your car into the dealership or the workshop, right? And then they order the parts, and then you get your parts. That's it. It's very simple. Ask your uncle to come and see me.
Only if you're dealing with a car.
He's a legend because he actually used the case that we tabled and negotiated with his parents and
Rather than getting a Vios or a new city or Vios, then getting a Mazda 6 wagon.
Yeah. All right.
I know, right?
Anyways,
Good
try.
Ouch.
Okay, sorry, just want to bring that up.
Parents trust him more. You look at all the movies, all uncle up to no good, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's always out of context. I mean, like
Sorry?
all the uncles and co of a different generation. They from an era whereby they don't know how to use the internet. They don't know how to find parts. Today, you ask somebody, "Hey, I want to buy a PCB valve for Passat." They go like, "Wait, they go to Lazada, Buddha." They say, "Oh, you know what? This is the price, and how much will you be?" So today we're living in a day and age that can find all the parts in the world. Can go get one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I got an MGF, Bobby, and the MGF parts obviously. I was talking to the guy in UK and was saying that you guys are terror. In UK itself, we find it difficult to manage MGF. You are in Malaysia doing it. I say, what to worry? I give a call to UK, I import the parts in, and it's there, and
exactly.
And that's it, It's not.
I think only if you're dealing with a car that is probably like 1980s and before, then you have to worry about spare parts. Okay, I think anything after that,
But
you probably
the thing
don't have to
is-
worry too much.
But a lot
I
of
think is that right? If the car was made and sold in reasonable volumes, right? Somewhere out there is a spare parts supplier having a business case to make
Okay.
parts profitable for these cars.
Guys, I just typed in my Google search. I just random. I type Ferrari GTC4 Lusso power window switch. All right, Chiang, show the link. I just type it in my Google search engine. All right, and then Chiang, show the page up to everybody. Bugger. Are you able to come? Show it to everybody. Show to your uncle. Very hard to find, huh?
Falali also can find.
Immediately, you get the picture, the
22
diagram of where
pounds.
it is, and it's 21 pounds each.
Yeah.
This is a Ferrari GTC4 Lusso power window switch. How? Right. I don't understand this thing about
Bobby,
searching for parts. Yes.
Bobby, give you one. Okay, my Porsche Boxster, Boxster, the
Yeah.
side mirror motor from Porsche itself was something like, I don't know, like 100 plus pounds or 100 almost 200 pounds, like, no, one side, like, that was the whole assembly. But that same thing was produced for a Citroen. For some reason, the Citroen is using the same mirror for the year. So a lot of times the parts are always cross-shared parts. Whether it's a map sensor, all this door handle mechanism, it's crazy, like all shared, like. The door actuator, the door lock for my car, same as in Audi TT. So don't be this one, like.
Exactly. Oh, thanks ET watching this from the UK, and Edward said, saw my Hyundai Ioniq review. Just buy only. Yeah, your best decision.
Wow,
I did went into a Grab car where the Grab driver and said, "Are you Bobby?" Yeah, I bought the Hyundai Ioniq to do Grab. I watched your video. Then I was like, I straight away told him, if you do Grab, you shouldn't spend 100,000 to buy a car to do Grab. You can't earn back that. You could have spent 40,000.
But I suppose he liked the car enough that the fact that he can also make money out of it was a bonus.
Definitely, if it's his daily Hasbullah. Hi, Hasbullah.
Spend so much time.
Hasbullah, I have to congratulate you first, Hasbullah.
How come you know one? How come you know all these things?
But we congratulate him first. It's not about okay. You say it's expand into spare part business, right? No, our job here in this show is to tell actual car buyers. We want to remove the fear for you all. Be it you are looking at a Mazda wagon or an Audi or a Land Rover, or a Jaguar or whatnot, right? We want to empower you all with the knowledge that we know, and not play on the fear. Medias love to play on the fear and say that, oh, don't buy this, bad resale value, or this one will break down, high cost and all that, or you cannot find spare parts, or don't take a long loan, only buy the car that you can afford with a 5-year loan, all this fear factor actually catches people's attention.
That loan part, I will reserve my comments lah. Okay, that one is good here. That depending what car it is like.
But Tana, you're not you love pain, Tana. You're not the right.
But Tana, but you see, the thing is that, right, Tana, when you tell people to go with a 5-year loan and not, right, you are basing your decision on accounting, on logic, not fear. Not the thinking of fear.
Yes.
That loan factor is because more of pay halfway through settle the car. It's about exposure, how much interest to pay. More of a financial decision, like,
Definitely, Tana, agree with that.
ultimately it boils down to the thought process. What leads you to this decision?
I mean, put it this way, lah. Cars is a tool. All these cars is a tool, lah. What is it for? If you are, let's say, having a car wash business like Con, let's say, and Con needs to buy a van to the business, and then Con said, okay, my business is there. This van making me money. Then I'll say yes, apply as long as possible because it's about profitability, and you do it.
Correct. At the end of the day,
9 years, if it gives you zero value, doesn't matter because why? It made you money.
Correct.
But if you're buying the car, let's say Aston Martin, and you are a normal person buying Aston Martin, you can't afford. You're pushing your dream, your boundaries. Yes, go for 9-year loan because why? That's how you achieve your dreams. By pushing your limits. Certain cars have got certain requirements, lah. If the purpose is, then it's fine.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
So anyway, getting back to today's topic today was about SUVs.
Yes, today is about real SUVs, like real SUVs. I see some questions of SUVs that are not real, like these, HRV. HRV is only an SUV when you go to car wash because you fall under the SUV bracket and your car wash is more expensive. But it's a front-wheel drive hatchback.
All right.
You know what, Bobby? It's a good thing to clear, about this because a lot of people would think that these cars are SUV, and maybe while we're on this show, maybe you can explain to people what deems to be a real SUV. Because I grew up with my dad with Pajero lah, with Defender, with Freelander, and then my maybe it's good to clear this up. What we actually
SUV is a very new term, right? Back when we were kids, right? I think we used to call them four-wheel drives.
Yeah, 4x4 four-wheel drives. Yeah.
It's a cabin or it's open, isn't it? It's like a cabin 4x4 with a cabin, closed cabin, or it's an open flatbed. That's what it was, 4x4. There's no restriction that way. But I guess now the issue is that it's an SUV. It means sport utility vehicle. But in countries where people don't get into sports, and they don't use, so you have multiple utility. I guess what are you using it for, Like in Australia, they go out back, they go surfing, they get stuck in the mud, stuck in the mud, stuck in the sand. They need more sport utility vehicle kind of stuff. Subarus are fantastic there, obviously. But in Malaysia, where do you go?
Actually, Tana, the term was created when they want to market these 4x4s into a more relatable lifestyle.
Correct.
Then they created this term. That's why we need to say real SUVs. Right?
Real SUVs.
Because the over the years, the term of SUVs has been coined and locked into this form factor kind of car. So no choice. They are called SUVs now. I mean, we can't just go and say that 4x4, in that manner. So sports utility vehicles, which is a lifestyle term, right? But today we want to talk about the car that we drove. Luckily, me and Tana drove it. Con wasn't available. Thomas was away, and Tana, right? That car just
to me, a SUV must be a 4x4. Must be built tough. But a SUV is something that if I go straight and I say, there, I turn left, and this was every bit that way. So confident, inspiring SUV, man. I love my Ford Everest, by the way, for the same reason. But it almost felt like 10 times my Ford Everest. You know what I mean?
So Everest is really a whoa.
Oh yes, we drove the car. And I mean, our first impression is that why do they call it the Defender? They should call it the Destroyer, because it is huge.
The thing is that, right?
Yep.
And I like SUVs, right, with this kind of boxy profile and the rear tailgate mounted spare tire. I think that has been the image of proper rugged go anywhere SUVs from when I was young.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's the form factor, like, to me, the form factor that works to do those kind of things what I want to do. But yeah, fantastic. To me, I the way I see this vehicle is more, it's like a XC90 on steroids. What if XC90 we went to the gym and suddenly said, enough of being in the city, I want to go out, I want to do all this stuff. I want to be an expression. I want to do all this beautiful stuff and really be me. That's it's an XC90 on steroids. That's the best.
Hey, but how big is this Defender? You guys were testing it that day. How big is it compared to say
it's
Defender?
larger than an XC90.
Huh?
It's huge. Look at it. This is next to a Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
Makes Land Cruiser look small, man. Wow.
It's huge.
The Defender has put on some weight, Yeah.
That is an understatement.
Oh, it is that Thomas, it doesn't continue the lineage of from what I see. It isn't a lineage continuation of the Defender. It is using the Defender's heritage and story and history as an ideology and branding to create this luxurious top luxurious hardcore off-road SUV.
Nice.
Yeah.
So does it run on a monocoque or is it a leather chassis?
It is a monocoque, but it is stiffer and stronger than whatever leather.
Traditionally, when you think of 4x4, they always come with a leather chassis. Like they
correct.
Monocoque,
yeah.
Wow.
But interestingly, at the same time, like this one turned to monocoque, and the new Land Cruiser turned to monocoque as well. So I think they are able to.
Damn, this
really tough.
This picture really puts some perspective, man. This thing is huge.
It is. That's why the cover image where we put this car and the Land Cruiser and the G-Wagon all together, because these are your luxurious, go anywhere, do anything kind of top rung SUVs.
But the thing is that, right, when in pictures where we see the Defender in isolation, the proportions are still very much like the old Defender. So when I look at the pictures in isolation, the impression I get is it's only slightly bigger than the previous one. It doesn't give me the impression that this is the size of a Land Cruiser.
Yeah, it doesn't look so big actually. But now that you look at it, wow, man, it's huge, man. Yeah.
Apart from not being as tall as a G-Wagon, it is in every way almost as large, if not bigger. It is big.
Well, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably way bigger than G-Wagon. Yeah.
Just now, Tana said it looks like an XC90 on steroids, right? I felt that it looks like an XC90 with bulletproof vests on, like the bomb squad kind of.
It's like we went to the gym and put on steroids inside and that puffed up.
Yeah.
Because the ride comfort, it's fantastic. It's
it's comfortable. I would expect it not to be comfortable. I mean, like
extremely comfortable.
Wow.
Now you see right now,
the old Defender, when I say old Defender, I'm not talking about the old Defender, I'm talking about older, like the 2018. That was when you go over humps, you can feel, and everything was rough and half, and it was like power was very low power. This is fantastic, bro. This just pulls, and the sound is fantastic.
When I was younger, these cars, right? When you go into bumpy roads, because my dad's a timber logger, right? And timber factory, right? So we go into jungle, right? It used to bump so hard, I can fly and hit the ceiling. That's in the real estate. When I was a kid, right? It jolts so bad sometimes, right? With no seatbelt, I can fly, my head can hit the ceiling. Then my dad will scold me, hey, put your seatbelt on.
That's one thing, Bobby. With the old Defender, I never got the idea of the Defender because the Wranglers were fantastic. It goes off-road, but yet also has that what we call off-road capabilities there, and it was more comfortable. But the old Defender, for back then, it was fantastic. But for today's era, it is no longer comfortable. And that's why I think what they done now is, I mean, to me, well to understand, but I can see why to make it comfortable, everyday.
The old Defender is so charming. Wow.
Oh, it's charming, of course.
Maybe I got so much memories in these cars.
You can't go fast.
Maybe that's why.
You
I
can't.
think the old Defender is not an SUV. It's just UV. It's just utilitarian vehicle.
It's not meant to.
It is supposed to be made cheap. Cheap to repair, cheap to fix, cheap to run.
Yes.
That was
Correct.
cheap to build, cheap to buy.
Correct.
Yeah.
But down inside, I wish they hadn't called it a Defender. They had to call it something else, because I think this thing is like a whole new. Yeah, it's a whole new platform, it's a whole new concept, it's a whole new product by itself. It's not almost nothing like it.
If they don't use that name, right, they cannot bring over the story. And I think the story part is, I mean, an example, there are, the like Breitling watches, they use, World War II planes and all that, right? I mean, World War II planes is nothing luxurious, right?
True.
But it is a story, it is a heritage, an era that carries the meaning, and then they use that as the base to build upon their inspiration for their new watches. So I think that's kind of, they turn what is physically similar to a continuation of his ideology, the story and heritage. I think that's that part I can.
But it also symbolizes the death of the old Defender. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In one part, it creates that, okay, it's gone, no longer there. And now if you want it back, this is what you gotta do. And every corner you go to, like Shah, you show the picture of the back corner, the lights there. There's got metal kind of looking corner, the front, everything is like, oh, this is like Defender,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Even the little Chiang, can you flash back the old picture of that green white, the one that you have? No. The old Defender. Just now there's the green one, the light green one. Yeah. Okay. Look at that top little window on top of the roof. The one that allows the rear passengers to actually see out of. They have that in the new one. So it's so cute, when you're sitting at the back, right? You have this little side.
Oh, that's
I don't
nice.
know. Yeah, just to see out from a unique, not just a straight up panoramic, but on the sides. They took the effort to put this
It's
in.
cool.
And then of course the shoulder line of the car. Look at the flat cut off rear, right? The shoulder line of the car. So what they've done is that they did not launch a successor to this, but they turned the old Defenders into a legend that that modern products can be based on.
In a way, I think the old Defender needs to stop So at least
I mean
it is no longer, I think, roadworthy for today's roads because it can't go at a certain speed.
Because Land Rover has moved from this utility vehicle to a more luxurious brand positioning, really, with the Velas, with the Range Rovers, with the Evokes, with the Discoveries and all that. Yeah. So it makes sense for such an iconic name within their heritage to move in that direction as well.
Yes.
Look at that one, handsome. I like the old Defender.
Yes.
But Bobby, honestly, after we came back, I was looking into Muda to see how much was the old Defenders and see how much can I afford them and not. I was looking around because I'm inspired. I'm inspired by the whole
expensive, right?
200
prices went up.
Yeah.
Prices went up.
The previous gen, not the old school one, the previous gen one.
The old ones.
218 Defenders are going for 250K.
That's around there.
So yeah.
But I recall so much these cars. But what was really impressive for me, I know I'm going to deviate a bit, but it's about Land Rover as well. When my dad had the Discovery, I think Discovery was a more comfortable car, and my dad drove it to KL a lot, and it fetches in KL. But every time he would go in the jungle, right, and you think like the car cannot handle, right? And wait, it's 45 degrees here, or maybe sometimes I'm like, that we're gonna flip. It's like, no lah, okay one. Let's go.
Yes.
This way, that way, no problem. And I think Discovery was for me like the first time of all the 4x4 we have at home. It was the only car I didn't complain going to KL with. But the Safari, oh my god, I hated the Safari. Bumpy as hell, right? What is it? We got a Pajero, you know, we got but the moment my dad hit into the Discovery, I was like, wow, this is so nice, so lovely. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Thomas,
that was so good.
this Defender in terms of the ride comfort is similar to the Discovery 4. All right. It's very comfortable. All right, air suspension and all that. But when you turn the car, it actually handles better than the Discovery 4. It's proper.
I think monocoques has progressed so much, that it can.
But they did not dial in sporty handling. They dialed in tidy handling. So it's not the type where when you turn, where the car sits on the suspension and it will bop like the Grand Cherokee. It doesn't do that. It just sits and then it just turns really tidily. Like how Mercedes tidy up the new G63, the G-Wagon. The handling, because the previous one was horrible. So they tidy it up. So this car just reminds me everything about the G-Wagon, apart from the fact that it has more room inside than the G-Wagon. Right?
It has more room than the G-Wagon.
You know,
it's more spacious.
The G-Wagon is very tight one. The insides of a G-Wagon is really tight.
The one thing I like about this car, Thomas, is that everything about the Defender was honest. You know how some cars you put like even the G-Wagon, they may have like leather trim here, what called some the what they call brushed aluminium and stuff. You know, in the Defender, everything was honest. Like for example, like when you get in the car, you know, like the old Defenders, you can see the parts of the body metal in the car itself, in the door bin, in the door cuts. You can see the exposed body inside the car. It's a door bin itself, so it's very honest in that way. This car has got zero piano black because what it's meant to be. You go outside. You're gonna be in the woods and stuff. You know, no piano black here. Rubberized matte wherever it's required because it's going to be, you know, it can hold the stuff and not jump around.
So this car they built it to take abuse also lah.
No, it's like everything in the car corner. Like for example, you know, it's the footwell there, the footwell. See the carpet there? Then the carpet has a plastic bed, right? So the whole entire floor is actually rubberized matte, rubberized thing. You know, it's like a full rubberized thing. So you put inside, you can flush it out back again. So the concept behind the car is almost like we don't want to put any fancy stuff to make it fancy lah. What's it fancy? You know what I mean? Like if it was a Mazda, they put leather here, leather there. You know? No, this is meant to be a car that's built to do stuff like, you know. That's what it is. You know.
Oh, very nice. Very refreshing.
Yeah, very refreshing. I mean, every corner of the car is fantastic.
And you know, it's almost charming in the way they lay out all the hardy plastics in there. It's quite obvious that this car is built for rough use.
I mean, there is hard plastic. There is
not hard plastic, hardy plastic.
Yeah, but the thing is like, you know, like every corner here, if I were to count the plastic over here, is like one is rubberized, one is soft, one is hard, one is every corner. They took a different type of plastic, you know, or different of leather where you of hand touches. So imagine how to, you know, think about every corner of the car and do it. I loved it. You know?
I mean, they anticipate the driver would have boots. You know, they step out from the car, they go on the road, they step back in, and then the boots start, and you kick the door, you kick the footwell. You know, because your boots are big, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah,
I can totally imagine going to, you know, muddy or
yes, of course,
less all
it's in the brand like Land Rover, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to look at the steering wheel, Thomas, Con. Look at the steering. Since you guys haven't drove it yet, right? The steering wheel, the white color part. You know what it feels like? It feels like those cast iron intake manifold material.
Wow.
Yes. It feels like that.
little
Wow.
touch, you know.
It's very nice.
Nice.
It's very nice.
But
The
it's
whole
nice. They
feeling
give you
of-
that sensation you're holding something really tough. You know, again they play to
Yes,
the
yes,
sensors,
yes.
and I think designer has did a good job by even like material selection.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
like they did a great job.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very good
Thomas,
job.
Thomas, tell me, when is the last time you got into a car that's not a cheap car, or forget even a cheap car, that didn't have a spot button? Name me a
button?
car that you know, a new car today in production that doesn't have a
Yes.
spot button. This car doesn't have, because it doesn't require you to do all that sport bullshit. It's
No.
a car that's meant to go off road. There is no spot button, but when you put the foot down, it gives you all its beans. Very honest car. Very honest car.
Mm.
I was surprised with the
But for
2 liters.
800K, is it worth it?
Okay, Thomas.
Yes, lah.
After we drove it, we immediately felt that this car is 500K cheaper than the G-Wagon. Really, it is in that kind of package, that kind of look and sphere and interior and all that. Okay, but albeit it did not go into the fashion cult icon yet, right? Because this one, you know, all the rich people,
All the rappers,
nowadays, you know,
yeah.
all the pra and all that. It didn't go into that sphere, but pound per pound, what it is, what it can do. I think off-road wise, I'll think twice if I'm a G-Wagon. I consider to go off-road against a Land Rover Defender.
You know what really annoys me about the G-Wagon?
What?
Yes.
They use a side mirror from a Mercedes-Benz passenger car. It's so mismatched the styling way.
They have the option to change, lah.
It's so
change.
mismatched way to the whole appearance of the car.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to improve the CD figures, Con, because
Yeah.
you know, they've been using that,
Yeah, that's kind of weird, Yeah, now that you mention it, it's weird.
You see, that's what I see.
Yeah.
This
It
is
looks
not-
like the C-class, a C-class.
Yes,
C-class
yes,
analog
yes.
on the G-Wagon.
and that's what I'm saying. The G-Wagon wasn't designed to be an off-road mindset. It was
You
more
should
for passion segment.
You should see the interior,
It's very basic.
and you can find parts being from a W205 C-Class on the dashboard.
I will put this, Thomas, in the same way as, you know, like Yaris GR set a new kind of market almost. Like it's a new market. It's a new product almost, like, no? The Defender is almost like it is all new place. Like. I don't see anything comparable to the Defender. Whole new market altogether. Buy.
Asmullah say cannot unsee the side mirror. You're right, man. No, I just Googled, I look at it. I cannot tahan, man. I say like, what are they doing?
No, but if you see all the Pin My Rides vehicle on the G-Wagon, first the Tuka is the side mirror. They put the metal chrome side mirrors.
Yeah.
Can't ruin the G-Wagon for all of us.
I mean,
I wasn't a
coming
big fan
back
of
to
G-Wagon. Yeah.
Sorry, was that Thomas?
No, I'm never a big fan of G-Wagon. Sorry, continue.
I mean, we're like coming back to the price that you mentioned, right? If you think about all these like full big size, fully equipped hardcore off-road luxury SUVs, right? They are all around this price range, you know. You look at the Land Cruiser, it's $1 million.
Yeah.
The Land Cruiser is $1 million, bro. Right?
The only reason why we say, you know, the Defender, why the Defender cost 800K, like, you know, startles us, is because the previous Defender was like in the 200K, like 200K price bracket.
But that was a pickup, right?
Pickup.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So
and you can make something empty, kosong, metal, you know, with bare stuff, not luxurious. They will be cheap. Yeah.
I forgot to ask a question. Did they fit road tires, or did they fit proper off-roading tires?
I think they put off-roading tires.
It was like I think 80 tires, I believe. They were not.
Okay. Cool.
It's 80 tires, right?
Yeah, and that kind of tells you what the car is built for already. Because in the manufacturer spec the tires with Michelin, latitude or something like that, then you kind of know what you're getting, But
No
if
lah,
you're getting
Land
80
Rover.
tires, then it's built for off-roading. Yeah.
This is the old way, but yeah.
This is the last version of the old one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, the
This is the
reinforced
one with the
aluminum.
Ford engine, I
Yeah.
think.
Reinforced aluminum doors.
I'll be a fan of these old Defenders if they were very cheap, but in Malaysia you can get a pickup truck and it's much cheaper, much more comfortable. This is more of a romantic ideal,
This is what the boss of the estate would drive in the estate. Okay.
Panamera Highlands,
Yes.
Drive in like the orchard. My dad's in a planting business, well, orchard, right? So the boss would drive a car like this, right? But but let's be honest, the car that commonly enters the estate, you're looking about the common pickup trucks.
Yeah.
It just have a ability to be abused and replaced anytime you want,
Bobby, to show you how serious I am, I went online. There are about 4 or 5 old Defenders are for sale, old ones. Cheap, but unfortunately, you can't register on the road. It's for like off-road use only in Cameron.
Yeah.
Kebun, right?
Kebun use. Quite cheap, but the prices are very different, 17K, 20K for that. On the road one, 200K. All this you can't use on road, Chiang. Can't use on road. Not for road use.
Oh, they use they use it like to fetch vegetables and move fertilizers and stuff like that, lah. Yeah, they sometimes don't even leave the area. Yeah, so you don't never touch the roads one actually. Yeah.
Yeah, run through the pictures that you prepared. The pictures that you prepared of the new the Defender. If anyone has any, have we run through all the pictures already, Chia?
No.
Yeah.
But I talk about off-road vehicles, real SUVs.
Yes.
If I ever want to get an off-road, because someone asked, right, any plans to get an off-road vehicle, I don't. But if I ever want to, I have a bit of dilemma, I love the Jimny. If you ever enter off-roads, right, Jimnys are like king of off-roads. They're ridiculous.
Yes.
It looks so cute, right? Like, you drive a Jimny, but when you see all the cars getting stuck, right, and you see the gym, and number one, it's getting stuck. Number two, when you got a steep slope going downwards, all the big cars they're hesitating to go down, and because it was left turn or right turn, they start we start sliding. You can't control your car. Then Jimny is like, I just go lah. I'm just passing by. I'm just going.
You need skills also, Thomas. That needs skill as well.
Not only, Bobby, because the heavier that the trucks are, the more they'll cut into the mud. So these are very light vehicles. So they just like, okay, I just float. I just go down.
Jimny, I see when I was younger, I see Jimnys. But Jimnys, the way they tackle the terrain, they're like, what's the big deal, guys? You just and all the Storm Evo and all the other pickup trucks, like it's like, hey, come down, But the only problem with the Jimny is, I remember those Gen 1 Jimnys, they were like 70 horsepower. So going to the estate, it's a pain in the butt to get to the estate.
I've seen Jimnys with 1 JZ engines inside them, man.
What's the point now?
That's the point.
But we have quite a vibrant classic Jimny.
I love the Jimnys, even the new ones. The new ones they design is so cute. I love the Jimnys. And anyone of you here Jimny fans, let me know in the comments. But I'm a big Jimny fan. It's so cute. Of course, I like it in like dark gray, olive, or like black color, like super gangster. But
Thomas,
what?
180,000.
Yes, that's the problem too. Yeah. And if you want to take it to the jungle, see, if I ever want to help my dad in his business, I need an off-roader, right? But it's not too bad because I don't go to, if I help him in the orchard business, because you drive to the office of the orchard, which means you have just really rough roads. Technically, a sedan can get you there. Technically,
you'll try going there, obviously.
Or you can, so mainly if you look at the journey, let's say I go to Labis, I'm going to spend 2 hours on the highway and on the roads. Then only the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes going to the orchard.
True.
So, and then inside the orchard, you have a car designated to drive in the orchard one. In fact, sometimes you have ATVs, the four-wheel buggies. Those would destroy any terrain. You just, but then rain, you jalat lah, you die with the rain lah. Just get wet only lah, whatever.
It's funny you mentioned that, Thomas. Like when we go camping and stuff, all the old LC will follow us. So LCs are like really monsters off-road, obviously, can go and do stuff, hardy 4x4s. But the Land Cruisers, the problem is, it's like they're slow. The old ones are very slow on the road. So getting there, they're like,
I get you see the pain in the butt.
The highway, and they're like,
That's why my dad loved his Discovery. The Discovery does both. It gets you there in decent speed. Like that back then they have the 2.2 liter diesel, I think, and then gets there at decent speed, decent comfort, and then in the off-roading, you have nothing to worry about. The angle like this, like that, one fallen log, you just climb over the log, whatever, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
I want to ask, right? Anybody who has driven like that mode that Land Rover has, right? You turn the dial, you're dealing with snow or sand or rock off road, and then the last one is rock climbing, right? That rock climbing mode, when you go in, right, the whole car just goes like super torquey, and then the wheels are geared to just move so slowly, and then it can just climb things up, right? That is a crazy mode. That is a Land Rover technology that I don't see other cars having implemented.
I mean, I think 4x4s, you just lock it, you lock it in place and you go. So I think there are some modern 4x4s with the technology is there.
Yeah.
But it's more of, I think, like you talk about hill descent. So the other day we drove the Peugeot 5008, and I went to Sramban, and suddenly I went to a temple, and temple went uphill, damn steep, Bobby. And I was like, shit, how do you get down? So on the hill descent. But today's technology there, it will help you control, foot's off, it go by itself. So I think it's coming to all SUVs, that the one is there. But
that one is brake-based.
Correct, yeah. And then obviously now the D-Max and the off-road, the capacity is there. They're getting better and better day by day.
It's so cool. Yeah. Back in the days, it's just using your clutch and using your throttle.
But it's not easy, when you want to like slowly climb up a rock, right?
Correct.
For you to modulate the throttle is really difficult, especially now with modern small turbocharged engines, right?
It takes skills,
big Land Rovers, foot off, and then it just goes up like that. It's just mad. That is really amazing.
From what I understand, why Land Rovers are so amazing off-roading is number one, the chassis, but number two also, I heard the transfer case is amazing. The transfer case, there's another component that makes a real SUV a transfer case, not just no.
And the prerequisite, the prerequisite, which is the approach angle. Tana being a proper off-road guy, that's the first thing he was like, really? The approach angle of this, what was it again?
It was like 40 and 38, 40 behind, 30 behind, 22 the center. Yeah. Even at stock, at normal riding height, as if a normal like a town driving height, it's almost same as a 4x4 like D-Max or Titan, or not Titan, Ranger, whatever. And that's crazy. And then you think about that, one part I didn't get through was weighting capacity, bro. Weighting capacity of Ranger, how much? 500, half a meter.
600, I think. Yeah, 500 or 600.
500, Guess how much is the weighting capacity of the Defender? 900.
Wow.
And the best part about this, 900, and on the door, they've got sensors, When you go above, I think 400 meters, it will sense that you are in water. On the display, it will give you an indicator how deep you are.
Wow.
Oh, the technology part is crazy.
Yeah. 1 meter means like 900 is like 1 meter means I can go anywhere basically.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
When the flood water rises, you're not scared.
I don't care about motorized. I'm talking about river crossing. River crossing, you get there, and it's fantastic.
We were driving, and then we saw like a small ramp on the side. We just decided to go out there and then go up to like a little bit of off-road there. When we were coming down, that's when we really feel that's where the technology comes in. The ramp is small. So when we go near the ramp, right, to go down, right, the whole front end of the car already blocked our view, And that camera view that you can see through the bonnet one, wow, that was amazing.
That one very good.
Very good. And there's another thing, Con. Remember when we do all the off-road driving when our cars are like that, right? When our cars are like that, going uphill. Remember sitting in the car, all we can see out of the windscreen is the sky.
The sky.
Correct. Yes.
That's a very scary feeling. You do not know where your cars are pointed. When your whole windscreen is just the sky, you have zero idea where are you pointing. And to be able to use the screen to see the floor of the car, to see past the
you
bonnet,
can't
right?
see the road.
It's not even the vision. It's the way your body feels, right? Like the weight is on your back, Then you're wondering, like you lose like like you have you ever like spin so much, like someone spin you so much, and then you feel disoriented. Actually, 4x4, in my experience when I'm younger, that is the sensation in 4x4. You're like, what is happening in the car? And then my father be like, okay lah,
Yeah, the other thing, Bobby, is like I go off-road also myself, my family. There is a concern because when we're going off-road, I can't see the road, for example. So someone will go outside with a walkie-talkie and tell us, okay, turn left, you are now close to this, whatever, a bit more, whatever. And also, so you can't see the road. With this, you can actually on the camera, you can see the road exactly where you are. You can see where exactly your tires are on the road, not off the road. It's so good. I'm thinking, how do I get from my Everest, because it's a fantastic.
Well, that one requires very, very extensive calibration one.
What I like is this, you see, Con, we've experienced so many cars, right? And the British, they always amazes us with their sophistication, right? They always come up with like it's like, how the hell you thought of putting a glass on the Rolls Royce and then you put some artifacts behind, They can always come up with this kind of stuff like Jaguars, you start the car and then the aircon vents turn, or the gear lever rise up.
Or the gear lever,
The British has always been really, really good with all this sophistication. On the Land Rover, what I see, right, the Defender, right, or in Land Rover in general, they are using that thinking of sophistication on technology now, right? On like Range Rovers and Velar, you have the screen and then you have the dial that floats on top of the screen. You're like, how the hell this works, And then the cameras and all that.
Can I share a 1 minute commercial? Can I share a commercial from the Defender?
Come.
I had this on my video. I just see this live.
Please do it.
Take 7 action. Introducing the Land Rover Defender. It has an iconic shape that never fails to make an impact. Made for adventure, the Defender will stay composed whatever the day throws at you. And if you venture off the beaten track, it remains assured, no matter the circumstances. Designed with purpose and tough enough to take on any unexpected surprises. The Defender is as at home, on the road, as it is off.
Wait!
Great, let's go again.
Wow.
Oh my god! I saw this commercial. I was like,
okay. In actual reality, no one flips their car like that. No one aims to flip their car like that. Okay.
No, but this was for like a James Bond thing, and this was the V8 version of it. And I was like, my god! And I was seeing the behind the scene, and they said like they actually did that. No, they flipped, retake again. So the car went through hell and back, again and again and again. Very impressive. Very impressive.
They really, you can see that they really tortured the cars in the ad.
Yep. Epic commercial. Yeah, exactly. No,
you know what I was thinking?
You got to go see the behind the scene. Behind the scene, they was talking about it. They got the car during the first stage, and they're like, yeah, they tested lah. everything you see there was real, you know. Yeah, sorry, Bobby.
Tana, I'm imagining this, you know, like the James Bond director and the producer and all that. They were briefing Aston Martin on the things that they want to do. You know, we'll jump the car and then we'll do this and then we turn here and then we go under the mud and blah 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 and all this, right? And then the Aston Martin guy is like, should you guys call in Land Rover? we don't think we wanna bring the DBX through all these things.
We don't think the Valhalla will do that lah. We keep it there for show lah.
On the DBX.
Proper.
But here's the thing, right? This you look at this image, right? The car still looks so charming, even though beaten up here and there.
Those are reinforced aluminium, those doors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyone who hits this car is a poor car, poor thing.
But you know what, Thomas? This Defender, right, actually also lives in that fashion cult icon thing that the G-Wagon does. You know, people
In fact, I
are
think
buying it for the image. People are buying it for the image. You know, they want that image. Yeah.
Actually, you think about G-Wagons. I don't know. I don't know much about G-Wagons, but I feel maybe because I grew up with Land Rovers, right? I feel that Land Rovers got more heritage in, as a utilitarian vehicle than G-Wagons.
Of course.
Yeah. So in that sense, it has more heritage than say a G-Wagon. Because this is my opinion. And you're right. Now that you say, I ask 800K, is it worth it? If it's a luxury,
it's not luxury. It's not luxury, That's the thing. It's not. I won't call it luxury. It's more of just badass, go anywhere kind of vehicle.
Yeah. Hold on. What I'm saying is that okay, if I want to spend 1.2 luxury, of course you won't think of a Defender, right? You think of get a Cayenne, get a Macan, whatever, right? XC90. But if I want a car that if I want to buy a G-Wagon, right? Let's say my budget is G-Wagon, then of course this is a very good buy because it has more heritage. But I guess it's subjective. I feel the G-Wagon is better looking. I think it's better looking. But in terms of heritage wise, I think the Defender name does hold a lot of it. And I think they're trying to you can see they're trying very hard the design cues to bring back the classic Defender. Yeah.
But Thomas, people accept it, I think consumers, right, can accept, especially the upper echelons, right? The richer ones, because they can accept that things that are really, really capable can cost a lot of money. Case in point, people willingly pay 1 million for Land Cruisers or 900,000, Or that what was that Infinity, that car? The car was like almost 1 million as well, right? I think people understand that fact. That these are really capable stuff. Yeah, expensive stuff. Yeah, man.
You must see the other commercial from Land Rover. The guy was hiking, and then he said he got a call or whatever to go somewhere. Then he took a map out, draw a line there. He went there straight, and he just went all over whatever. Then wrong way. Draw another line. He doesn't bother about cornering whatever. Just went straight, like downhill, uphill, whatever. So that's the feeling I get with the Defender. It's more like, point there. Okay, just go through there, no? Doesn't matter, no, doesn't matter. So yeah. Always burning.
Okay, let's indulge this topic a little bit differently. Sorry, go ahead, Bobby. What you say?
I was thinking. I can imagine if the new Defender, the top, of course, that one is panoramic roof, right? If it has a rack top, that can open up, then you can drive into the river and then park the car there and then open it up and then jump down.
I wouldn't discount Land Rover, having a concept like that in reserve to be launched in a year or two time.
I don't think you can do that, Bobby.
Yeah.
I don't think you can drive and park in the river. I don't think it'll work.
No, not like a super deep river, but for like wading that floor, it's like
Okay,
it's like 400 mm, you know, like that,
Okay.
reading depth. It's very cool. Oh,
For a while,
you said the UK has a rack top version. Wow, that is cool.
nice.
That is cool. Yeah.
Imagine parking next to the river, and then you climb to the top and you do fishing from the top. You know.
Yes. Yes. Oh, speaking about that, the roof rails. The roof rails were so tough. It can take 300 kilos.
Yeah.
Nice.
The roof rails.
I mean, like
Super badass.
in comparison, you're talking about a 100 kg, 80 kg rating on a 4x4 or a Land Cruiser or whatever, you know. This is 300 kilos lah. So yeah, pretty awesome lah.
Very cool.
Okay, why don't we talk something interesting to this topic?
As a safety warning to everybody out there, do not take any 4x4 and park in the middle of the river. That's stupid because once wait, I must tell them, like, no, Bobby said this now, and someone would do it, and they're like, Bobby, F you, Bobby, I did it, I got stuck. When you go and park in the middle of the river, water will flow and your car will sink slowly into the river and you get stuck. So you should just time in the river, get out of there ASAP, okay? Don't do it. just telling you right here, don't do it.
That's why I say you park next to the river and do fishing.
Thomas, okay. Next, okay.
Park next to the river. Don't park in the river. Park next to the river. But let's do something fun. Since the Con said, you prepare any dude, where's my car? Okay, I didn't. But let's do something a little twist over here. Okay, if you get to pick an off-roader, what would you pick? No money. Let's say today we do a 7-day trip. Bobby Ang, Tana Krishna, Con, and Thomas Yap. I will take you to my father's orchard, and then you go and look at some of the places that they're doing logging. Okay, we're talking about like forests. Okay, forests. Okay. So which car would you take to spend 7 days?
Actually, the Defender looks like a pretty attractive option to do it. Based on your all your testimonies about it, right? It's tough. All right. At the same time, it's not hard to live with like the old Defender. You know, it's like driving a Discovery 4, which we know it's a reasonably comfortable car.
Oh, and Con, for you, 7 seaters. There you go. For me,
it's so big now. It's so big now. Yeah.
I mean, there's an option for 7 seats.
But the old school, the original 4-cap Defender, technically can carry more than 7 people, you know. Because the back there you can modify, you know, you can have like the bench, you know.
Yeah.
You can carry 10 people.
I like SUVs where the flat floor can fold out 2 extra seats. Really like that, you know. Yeah. Okay, Thomas, your question. Is it a car that I buy myself, or is a car that I can borrow?
No, you.
Someone lend me.
Okay.
Oh, good question.
Buy yourself.
Buy myself.
Buy, is it? Is it a car?
No. Okay. Don't do it. Okay. Sorry. You. Okay. You like let's say. Okay. For example, let's say we do. Okay. Like Grand Tour. Like Grand Tour, right? Someone says, okay, let's do a film, and then we want 4 of you guys to pick a car, and then we sponsor the car. I just want you to do a film, right? Okay. So which car?
Then after that, it's up to you whether you want to keep or not.
Then after the show, you finish. You want to buy the car, you can buy. Like Jeremy Clarkson, he buys back.
But it's a car that we must be able to buy, lah.
Must it follow our? Sorry, we're going a bit specific here.
Specific, yeah. Because why not object? Everybody pick Defender already, and no more discussion already. But
no, because right, if someone else is lending me the car to trash it, I'm gonna go with a Cullinan.
Bobby pulls a Jeremy Clarkson.
I want to destroy a Rolls Royce in a farm.
Well, as you can see, my idea is obviously to not destroy the car.
DBX, something like that. You know.
I
thought Bobby would say DBX because he's like, I'm going to spend 7 days away from my Aston. I want to feel like an Aston.
You got to be able to sleep in the car. You got to be able to with the kids, you know, carry things. You got to carry stuff on the roof, Bobby. You know, So for me, I'm thinking of 7 days, self-sufficient. I must have water, camp gear, I must have, so yeah. Cullinan.
Well, I guess the Cullinan does
Hey,
have a
Cullinan,
size.
you can spec it with that rear rotating seat out there and then have a cup of tea.
And the kids.
Actually, I wouldn't
have
expect
a
anything
bottle
else. I thought Bobby would pick something like a DBX, but I guess the Cullinan does fit in that realms of expectation for Bobby Ang too. Okay, so Cullinan. Okay, Tana.
Okay, I mean, I say like for me my Everest is my go-to vehicle. It does me everything I want to do. I'm happy with it. But if minor object, the Defender,
Yeah, if it is something where my financial gearing allows me to purchase realistically, then I can only answer that I can only reach the Defender and nothing more. That means if I sell off everything, it's like,
But okay, we talk about Converse. Which one would you pick?
I mean, I think the Defender is a very cool choice, right? And it's it is something that it will take the beating. Not so sure about the Cullinan, to be honest.
No, the Cullinan is someone else's money. I'm gonna.
Okay, but interesting. Even though I have the financial gearing to get, like, say, a Defender, right? I still wouldn't get it. If I hold to pick a trip to go with you guys, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Sorry, Tana. What is it? I know, but you know what I'll do? I'll also buy a Jimny.
You buy a Jimny. Hey, that's not a bad choice because I've seen how these things.
Because when you go off-roading, you want as minimal stress as possible. Okay, you want a car to be able to tackle. Okay, and I faintly recall seeing cars rolling down to like pits and stuff. It's not fun. Okay, it's not fun. Okay, you want to have more ease. Yeah,
Thomas, when the Cullinan doesn't belong to me, I don't have stress as well.
No, it's not about stress whether the car will make it or not. It's whether you will make it alive or not. Whether will you be okay, right?
When the Cullinan breaks down, we know we have Thomas's Jimny to count on.
Jimny cannot pull anyone out. The Jimny cannot do anything. It's for you only.
But one thing I understand is if I was single, me or wife, yes, then I'll get a short wheelbase, maybe a different 90. Jimny, something smaller, is the way to go. Smaller is better when you go off road, definitely.
The thing is this, Thomas. The thing is this. We can have the cheapest Thai food, right? But you brought me to a place where the pad Thai is 90 ringgit. Right, Thomas? We had lunch the other day, that place. 90 ringgit for pad Thai. It's like, so the cheap one also fills the stomach, actually. Put it that way, right? There are good ones, right? Especially that Italian restaurant that you brought me to. My God, that pizza is
it's very nice.
My God, we have to go there, Tana. We have to go there again.
The other one is called Via Pre. The other one is Via Pre, which is slightly more expensive but better. Okay, back to the topic.
Yeah, sorry. But what I mean is this: there are 6 ringgit spaghettis in Pasar Malam Taman Tun as well, But the thing is, you brought me to one of the best. It's like, All right, we're 1 hour in. All right, let's. Which Italian restaurant it is? The one that Thomas brought me to. For more information on where to get brilliant Italian food, do ask Thomas. And for those of you who thought Thomas is someone who can clean cars really well, I tell you, when he start cooking, right? Wow, all of us men also feel that we want to try being gay sometimes,
What the hell is that?
This guy really, man, when he starts doing that, Yeah.
Bobby, it's the same feeling I get when I see you and Cass together. The other day in CC, right? My wife went like, see, Bobby, ask Cass, are you hot or not? Cass, I want water or not? make me feel bad. I came back home. I said, wow, Bobby is so sweet, you know. He asked, come, here's very hot. Here, I'll hold the umbrella. Hey, come, are you okay? Not okay. Listen, I came back, Bobby. Tell you, my sam turun lah. You know. So people like you all spoil the market, you know.
Spoil market.
Bobby Young and his wife. Oh my God.
You know, I wanted to ask Tana to give a reply. Like, you cannot give a refund, but actually you can lah. Today you can do refund lah. You can refund. I want to ask Tana to tell the wife, hey, sorry, no refund policy. You got me already. But technically, there's refund policy lah these days.
They cannot play. They want your wife complain, say you didn't hold umbrella, you better hold the umbrella. All right? It's better man. Because the umbrella is right inside the door. Right? Okay, 1 hour in. Chiang, let's have a little break, and we'll come back in a minute. We get some drinks, and we continue with our car buying guide Q&A, and I guess we're done with our real SUV discussion today. All right?
We'll be back.
Quick break.
When I switched to Pro Mileage, in my case, I got 46-47% of savings for that car. Pro Mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less. Turn up!
Oh no, I saw my BMW's old color.
Yeah, I must say, bro, the color looks really nice in person. I mean, when I first saw the pictures, I was like, yeah, it looks so jang, you know, like, but actually looks really nice. Really nice. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Thank you. And who else have gotten no drinks at you?
I drink water. I'm fasting today.
You.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why lah, Thomas? I thought you told me fermented wheat is healthy.
I didn't say that.
Okay, for those asking just now, this is my water bottle. It's my water bottle. Water bottle. Water bottle. A bottle of water. You know that you saw that guy. That's funny. A bottle of water.
Like a cup of tea, some coffee, some water.
A bottle of water. All right. What were we showing just now? Oh yeah, a shout out on Wednesday, the finale for E1 Racing, the racing series that we from Evo Club Insurance is so proud to sponsor. And yeah, go watch it. All right.
Silverstone.
This week they are racing in Silverstone.
Oh yes.
Legendary.
Silverstone. Oh, what was it? You know, the track name is Silverstone, right?
Yeah.
And then the first brand with the stone word, first tire brand with the stone word is actually Firestone, right?
Yeah.
It was Firestone, which is a US brand, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the Japan one copied the name Bridgestone.
Yeah.
And now Bridgestone is the #1 tire brand in the world. That if people don't know, is number one. It is by far number one. So
Really?
volume.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. And
Hey.
the day I saw Roadstone.
You know, many years ago, when I was a fresh grad, right, I went for a job interview with Bridgestone before, but not the tire company. You know, the Bridgestone brand. You know, like how we know about Continental, like tires are only account for like 20 or 30% of their business. Man. Bridgestone also the Bridgestone
company?
brand also.
Which company?
Bridgestone. You know, I was saying like how Continental. Yeah. You know, they also make industrial conveyor belts. That's one of their main business units. And you know the jetties, those rubber at the side of the jetties one, to prevent the ship from hitting the concrete. Bridgestone makes those.
What's amazing is Continental tires only account for 20% of the business.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Crazy.
The tires is only 20%.
Yeah. But the tires is what carries their brand name to the public consciousness.
And Continental hires as many software engineers as Facebook or Google.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
For all the ECUs, they do ECUs.
Yes.
You know, all the so-called new tech that we see in cars today, right? We've actually seen working prototypes when we went to visit Continental's plant in Germany, like 5-10 years ago.
Autonomous driving systems, car wireless charging systems, and what else? A lot AI stuff, communication stuff. They even show me what before, you know, Thomas. They show me, right, how they can play sound throughout a car's interior without using speakers. So they use the roof, the vibration of the roof, the vibration of the A-pillars, the vibration of the door panels to actually generate music. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. They also show me a soft touch plastic material for in-car interiors, right? That can light up. That means they can make certain parts of that door panel light up in color, light up in different colors. It's crazy.
Well, they know how to hedge against the future. They know that they can't just
because they are working together side by side with the car makers to develop the tech together.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Of course, Toyota actually, when they put the Land Cruiser, is to follow the name of the Land Rover. That's obvious. Wait, who found this picture? Yes, that's exactly what I experienced when I went to Continental.
Nice.
Oh, this one, Theophilus. Bose created.
It's like a very interesting company to invest with.
Oh. Yeah, Continental. Yeah, I need to learn all this investment, all this stuff. All right. Sorry, guys. Okay, the first question.
DV Ristorante is really nice. The other one that is really nice, I can check it out. Okay, if you want good pizza, right? You want very classic DV Ristorante, and then Viapre, VIAPRE, Viapre. But if you want more modern but really good stone, like stone oven Pizza Empire in Heritage Row. Serious, ridiculously delicious, ridiculous. Yeah.
Where is Heritage Row?
Heritage Row is behind Sheraton Imperial.
That used to be a very happening clubbing spot, man.
Yes, I remember when I was young, we used to go to this club called Mason, and every other girl in the club is a jailbait.
It's a what?
Jailbait.
It's basically what Rachel was last week.
Wait,
okay.
Wait, Rachel's 21, right?
As of today.
Oh,
happy birthday, Rachel. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
it's Rachel's birthday today.
Yeah.
Yay, happy birthday. You guys so happening, all the pictures and stuff. I was eating mala with my parents. You know, happening there.
Okay, guys, let's have some questions over here.
Questions. Let's go to car questions.
Okay. Expander, is it a good SUV or MPV to buy for the purpose? I think I love it, except for the rear seat issue.
Yeah, you highlighted that before. One thing that positively surprised me about the Expander is the handling. And how it actually does not feel underpowered with the 1.5 engine. So mechanically, it is a surprisingly well sorted car.
Okay, so we got Leonard Chin over here. He spoke about his GTI Mark 7 last week. Yeah, he passed the previous with flying colors. Congrats, bro. Congrats. Great choice. Okay, moving on. What else you got? CRZ as a used car. What do you think?
It is endurable for starters.
Mm.
But I want to highlight.
Why
I
not?
want to highlight this question actually.
Yeah.
2-3 years for the second-hand GLA 250 or second-hand next gen X1 for updated tech or second-hand XC40 now. I just want to say XC40 second-hand value is actually rather good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually rather good. The cheapest XC40 that I can find now is 179,000 ringgit. Listed for 179,000.
Oh.
The same age BMW X1 can be had for from 153,000.
Mm. And the XC40 has that Mini Countryman vibe, you know. It has that premium lifestyle-ish vibe. It doesn't feel you cannot afford the one, like X1 feels like you cannot afford the X3, but the XC40's execution is so different from the XC60.
Correct.
There's a fun factor to it.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is that you get that feeling, like what you said before, when you go to a lower range Volvo, you don't get the feeling that they are pulling their handbrake so that this car does not overshadow the one above.
Yes.
Every car at every price point, they give you their best.
Yeah, actually, this was a very strong consideration. My dad actually wanted to buy a X70 Proton for my mom, selling the Mondio and stuff. I'm like, Dad, why are you getting what is it? I say, I'll help lah. We get a XC40 or 60, but when I was explaining to him, when you get an XC40, it feels like a quality item. It really feels like a quality item. It's worth buying. Yeah.
Okay, for Sean Tan, for women, they look great in minis. I have to say that women look sexier in minis. I just somehow felt that way, when you go into the car, all the switch gear and all that, it just feels really, really nice. But
is Thomas sexier to drive?
Sorry, Thomas.
So is Thomas more sexy when he drives his mini?
I have to say yes.
Kidding,
more so than Bobby in his Fiat.
Thomas maintains his very says he's organized a weekend SUV drive.
I don't have one.
If there's a weekend, we can get an SUV for Bobby from any car manufacturer. We'll do a SUV drive. Weekend SUV drive, Bobby. We'll do somewhere.
Hey, Tana, my RS6, right, with the highest suspension setting, right, I have almost the same ground clearance, maybe slightly even more than the HRV.
No, but the thing is, would you want to bring that into Pebble Road and scuff your tires up, rims up?
I did. And then there's a weird sound coming out from my carbon ceramics.
Would you do it again? Do it again, right?
And my carbon ceramics, if I need to replace all of them, it costs as much as a HRV.
Okay, so we got one from the new Staria. What say you? The new Staria, it came out pretty pricey, but I guess it's all
eye-catching for sure.
Yeah.
Look, I applaud Hyundai's strategy. I really applaud, because they cannot do the same shape. Because if they do the same shape, right, like the Starex, right, whatever you call it, Starex, right, people will call it an Alphard. They'll call it a Velfire, right? No one calls it a Starex. Everyone's like, this Alphard. No, it's a Starex. So I think Hyundai is doing a smart move. They're trying to make themselves look different than other people. Seriously, guys, if anyone sees a Starex, they will call it an Alphard. Okay, a common man will call it an Alphard. But you see a Staria, it's like, it's a Staria, you mother. It's a Staria.
In your face,
I like what Hyundai is doing to their designs. Chiang, I thought you were trying to show a picture of the Staria.
Yeah.
Actually, in the car making world, right, when you have cars from totally different categories, right, you really don't need to have family design language.
Yeah.
Okay, BMW, if you are watching this, sometimes you don't need to.
Yeah.
You look at this Staria and then you look at the new Sonata. It's like, can you even? Is there even a need?
One for you, Bobby.
Yes.
The new Mazda BT50 was launched and they announced it. and it's based
Yeah.
off the Isuzu D-Max, obviously, And
Yeah.
I'm looking like, why must they follow the same Mazda language on the 4x4? Those eyes, I mean, on a 4x4, I don't know. I find maybe if they chose the old CX-5 design on the new BT50, maybe it look better. The bigger eyes. But yeah, it looks beefier. So yeah, so you don't need to follow. Cars doesn't have to be the same looking across the range.
You know
Exactly.
but I think I have to really give tribute to Isuzu because Mazda took the whole D-Max interior lock, stock, and barrel and jalan. They didn't even do that with the Ranger with the previous gen BT50.
They changed a bit, actually. They changed the color, the leather here and there.
No, but the whole shape of the dashboard is, from as far as I can see, is exactly the same as the D-Max.
But when we drove the Isuzu, you were saying like, wow, this feels like very premium, like a Mazda. It felt
does.
like and then so Mazda like, oh, thank you. You do the car like Mazda. Thank you so much. No work required. So yeah.
Speaking of that, right, Tana, you are the first person that pronounced Isuzu.
Isuzu, yeah. I was processing. I was like, oh, okay, he's saying
Actually, it's pronounced Isuzu. Sorry, Isuzu.
Isuzu, yeah.
Isuzu. Yeah.
No, it's trying to be American. It's Isuzu.
It's like Mazda, right? The Japanese call it Matsuda.
Matsuda,
Matsuda. Yeah.
Isuzu. Yeah. Once in a while, I get like the whole Porsche and.
Oh,
Porsche
this is good.
My brain.
Hey, sorry. Theophilus said the Staria, you put an Apple logo and it's a Macintosh car. Yeah.
It does look like it. It doesn't look the
That's
part.
a Macintosh design.
Exactly.
But you know what? Kias and Hyundai's have been really good over the last. I mean, okay, maybe I wouldn't say all cars, but like the SUVs, right? Santa Fe,
yes.
Sorento.
Oh,
My dad's a Sorento. He loves his Sorento. Like he cannot stop talking about how happy he is with Sorento. The previous gen Santa Fe, the 2.2 CRDI, great engine, easy to take care of. And then recently I just cleaned up my Kia's, my father's Sorento. It's so done dirty, it's muddy everywhere, it's greasy everywhere. But when I drive it around a few times, it's like, yeah, you're right. Like for 180,000 ringgit, 7-seater, it's hard to beat. But it's sad because in Malaysia it's not really well sold.
Yeah. In America,
actually, the Santa Fe is. I always feel that Hyundai brings out their A game with the Santa Fe.
Yes, they do it very well.
I have never reviewed a Santa Fe that disappointed me.
I always feel that the way they market Hyundai in Malaysia is wrong. They market it like as if it's a cheaper option or better option, but not as what I call being just better. Because like even my friend who's an engineer, she does off-road sites and stuff. She got a Santa Fe and it's really hardy, And in America, my friend who's American came down to Malaysia, and he like, I want to buy a Hyundai, and it's like, why? Oh, it's actually well built. I was like, yeah, but you buy a Hyundai or Hyundai, what I call, the price will drop, or it doesn't matter, but it's quite reliable. So his perception is the Hyundais or Hyundais are actually quite reliable. But in Malaysia, the way in Malaysian marketing is actually poor. They're not looking at how reliable it is. They're not, in fact, how strong they are, how well built it is, how they can go off-road and do stuff, the MPVs and the SUVs, I think it's sad. It's sad,
Oh, actually, the Korean cars are pretty reliable, no?
Yeah, I have one.
They're more reliable. Statistically, their reliability rankings are higher than the Japanese. And my experience is that they are all super well built. Very, very well built.
Yeah, and there's something to be said about that too. It's not just the engine, but the ergonomics is really good too. The ergonomics, the way the things are placed, the dashboard, everything. It's not like like they don't give you the big shebang like lights everywhere. It's calm, it's nice, it's familiar, and they don't do it like it's the dashboard doesn't feel cheap, proper, nicely
Yeah.
And just wondering, like, why these cars not sell so well here? It's so sad. It's a quality item, Yeah. And the chassis is good, like it's not sporty, it's tidy, like it's tidy when you drive the car. It's easy to drive, doesn't complain, makes the long journey easy. If a family that wants a 7-seater, the Sorento is a strong offering. A Santa Fe is a strong offering for around 200K.
Like the Tucson, the Tucson is so cheap now. The shape is so modern and it's so cheap for what it is now.
The only time that Korean cars really, had a boost, right, really did well was during the 2010 to 2015 period.
Sonata YF.
Yes, that was when we saw that, both Hyundai and Kia, they were gung ho in their design, and the local engineers were empowered.
That went over?
Yeah, and consumers reacted to that. What?
Was it the Silva that went over? Yeah.
The Silva was after.
No, it's not De Silva. It's Peter Schreier going to Kia. Walter De Silva, after Volkswagen, he ran his own design consultancy.
Sorry, I interrupted. Because I
he's designing women's shoes now. Yeah.
Sorry, to interrupt, because I just thought of how the progression went. I thought De Silva brought that design language over to Hyundai.
No, it was.
But in a way, Thomas, because Peter Schreier was obviously reporting to Walter De Silva during the Audi days, and he brought it over to Kia, and you see Kia's design overnight just went mainstream Europeans. Hyundai was a bit adamant in having their own Korean designers and all that for a longer while. But you see how they position Kia and Hyundai, even though they are sort of like sister companies, right? They make both of them fight. They fight like Honda and Toyota fight, That's how the fighting improves one another. So crazy strategy, It's not like Malaysia, right? Like, Proton, you cannot make small cars. Broda, you cannot make big cars, It's real, Tana. There was a whole time where it was done like this. I think Malaysia should learn.
Competition is good.
Yeah.
Should we what the two cars I like from Kia, the design language is, of course, the Sorento is what I like, but I think the Picanto is so darn cute. Love the Picanto.
Okay. Question about the CX-5. Is the 2.0 engine underpowered?
No. No. I mean, my mother has one of these. It doesn't feel underpowered, and the transmission is smart enough to respond well to your driving and reacts quite well to your throttle input. So it never feels underpowered.
Okay.
It never.
Kia Rio.
My mom has one as well. My mom has a CX-5 as well.
Korean. Kia Rio, automatic, 50K for 2018-19 model.
The Kia Rio.
What's the new price?
I think it's around 80 something.
Kia Rio is the hatchback of Forte.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Is okay. Very decent car. Very decent car.
78K. A bit underpowered, but very good, decent car. Yes.
I mean, it's like if you buy, let's say, a Vios or Altis, you're looking at an older 260 model for the same price. Here it's a newer car, most still under warranty also.
Yeah.
So to me, financially, that's also a plus point under warranty.
But the thing with the Rio is that, right, it's a heavy car and it's running only a 1.4 and A engine. So it does feel a bit underpowered. But otherwise it's a very well sorted car.
Yeah, Rio. Okay, let's move on. Just new launch GLA and A-Class. So Bobby, you were there. So which is better, CBU or CKD?
I think Con was there, right?
I was there. Actually, from the CKD, they dropped a bit of kit. And of course, they reduced the pricing. But honestly, next to no difference, if you ask me. But what surprised me was that the A200 sedan had front manual seats.
Huh?
They only had electric seat adjustment for the driver.
A200 sedan is for people who used to drive my V and then they do insurance. Sorry, not. I love you guys. Oh, hustle, right? Hustle, right? But I say this because I've seen people bring like tour group. They bring a bunch of people. Like you can see their face. They're new to the industry. Then the leader bring them into the showroom. That's the who cares? Who cares? I got manual seat. Okay, I made it. I got a
I drive
Mercedes.
Mercedes.
I say this I say this because I used to be one of these guys, okay? But I didn't care. Like I have my 1 Series, right? I didn't care it was manual seats, whatever. But I guess Mercedes thought that people like this wouldn't really care much if it's manual seats or not.
No,
I don't know.
So I guess to answer your point, Jackson, people buying the A series, the A class range, what they call, they're more for the design language, how it looks,
and they just
one
and it's just to step into the world of Mercedes ownership.
So they won't care CVs,
yes.
they won't care it's manual seats,
It's smart.
I was talking to somebody yesterday, someone talking about the used car, buy the C class. Say like, yeah, but the A class looks nice, So I think the shape is what they were looking at, not the interior and not the driving feel or whatever. So there are people like that. So if that's what you like, you know what, buy it. But I wouldn't myself buy one, But
I'm not a big fan of the A class, man. I don't like the A class, not one bit. I know it looks nice, but the engine, the sound it makes is like, the gearbox is like you can. What I'm really frustrated is that you can sense that Mercedes didn't put a lot of effort in making the drivetrain great. It has potential for a great drivetrain, but they just didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then the sales guy, I was actually looking at it for a while. Then the sales guy said, how I say, sorry, this is no insult to you. If I give you a Golf Mark 7 Golf, not even 0.5, you feel that the Golf is a much better car than this. Feels more solid. Everything feels nicer. The engine feels nicer. The exhaust note is nicer. The gearbox tuning is great. Like I cannot see how it competes other than the looks.
Yep.
But for me, the Golf is a handsome car also lah. So even that wins brownie points. But again, it doesn't have the 3-pointed star badge lah. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting, Thomas. Once they launch the MK8 GTI in Malaysia, and then the A class. I want to see how that story plays out between the two. It's going to be an interesting one.
Well, Tana, the saying goes, it's still a Mercedes.
One thing I feel Mercedes,
Massili.
when it comes to their cheaper cars, right, it gives me a feeling that they themselves don't respect the products. They themselves don't feel like doing it.
Yeah,
it's like it's not their best effort. They're like, okay, we have to do this for positioning sake, for amortization of our command control units or amortization of our aircon vents, so that more cars use it. That's my feeling. I mean, if Volvo can make adaptive cruise control a standard equipment, why can't the world's oldest luxury car brand make a powered seat standard equipment, just for branding's sake,
I mean, like Audi Q2, the hence what call, is still an Audi. It feels like an Audi.
God, that car is ugly, bro. That car,
but it's still an Audi, yeah.
Like the Land Rover Defender won the World Car Design of the Year award, right? The Q2 should win one of the ugliest car award. It's like,
Bobby, we should do our own award. We should do our own annual award.
Well, actually, we do. We do have it. I mean, Cars of Malaysia was always an award where we bring our readers all go out and drive on a local drive, and then we come back, attend the Cars of Malaysia award, where the Cars of Malaysia award is actually a voting award where people vote Malaysians vote, and then
I voted.
we choose first, second, third. You know, yeah.
It was fun. It was fun.
Chiang got the pictures of the Q2. I mean, some people will find it cute, but I don't.
I don't get the silver panel behind there. The brushed
The
aluminum.
color on this doesn't bring out the color. I mean, the panel is actually plastic, isn't it? It's a plastic panel.
Oh yeah, the panel is you can change the panel one.
Yeah, it's like a watch. Swap.
I cannot tahan the grill. It is the only Audi that tries to not have the hexagon shape of the grill for no reason, for no apparent reason. They try to, hey, let's pull a fast one on our bosses, and then they just bend back the grill, so that it doesn't look like an Audi grill. It's amazing, and it's the only one in the family that does it. I don't understand why.
Hey, this is a good one. Stinger, used Stinger. I actually looked for used Stinger online. I didn't see any for sale.
The moment there is one available, it will immediately be snapped up.
Yeah.
Because they are so rare. And because they are so rare, their resale value is not cheap. It's not cheap.
Crazy, yeah?
Yeah, it's not
It's
cheap.
the seller's market. It's
Yes,
seller
it's
for the seller to decide.
Hey, and you know what? They stopped production on the Stinger, no? So this is the last one to find. I feel Kia needs to hang on to the Stinger and
for a little bit longer, right?
Yes.
Just hold on to it. Launch a crazier version,
It's your Halo car, It's a Halo car. Like you know what?
Kia Stinger GTR.
They talk about Proton, and why Proton died. I think Proton died when they lost the Halo car, when they lost the GTI, when they lost making cars which were like desirable. How many people out there bought a Vira or Hatria to mod to look like a GTI?
Exactly.
Out there.
Correct.
Halo car was there. So
correct.
What's so difficult to make a car which is like super crazy, put a V8 engine inside and just sell and make it a loss? Doesn't matter, but it's desirable.
Because the thing
when is our friend going to go for V8 engine, make a loss, never mind, but have a big smile if he says his Halo car.
Bobby knows how I deal business. Whatever I do, bro, I got plan one. I got plan one. Must check all the boxes and roll one.
But you know what, guys?
A Halo car.
Remember when Hyundai launched a car model called the Genesis, right?
Yes.
It's a rear-wheel drive coupe. And then they turned the Genesis car model name into a brand, which is a luxury brand. I'm kind of half hoping that Kia would retain the Stinger name and just launch it as a sub-brand that caters to enthusiasts. Like young, sporty handling, just like that 86 market. You don't have to have a lot of power, but it's car enthusiast oriented. So Hyundai have a luxury brand, and Kia has a car guy brand. I'm kind of hoping that.
It sounds like Singer. So you know what? It's also like another thing about Singer.
Cool name, Stinger is damn cool, bro. Can you imagine like a Stinger, hatchback Stinger, right?
Yeah, Stinger.
Theophilus said to build a case for them. Theophilus will design a few cars for them to see.
Okay, Golf R or Arteon R line. So a used Golf R or a Arteon R line. I think that's the question.
Wow. Oh, interesting choice,
Golf R. If you want something more visceral, more brutal on the drive, then the Golf R. Although the Golf R is still very sorted, not so more competent and fun. But I mean, in terms of fun, cannot. The Golf R is still a more fun car to drive.
Yeah.
But if in terms of space, I mean, the Arteon is ridiculous that the space.
Yeah.
Arteon feels 2 segment more luxurious than the Golf.
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels that way.
I'll buy Arteon
They're
also.
both very different cars in that sense.
Finish. There's more things there. It's a great value,
Yeah, they're both very different. They're both very different cars, and you cannot really compare that because the Golf R is an R, where this is an R line, right? So the tuning is very different. Where the Golf R's gearbox is very snappy, and but this one's a bit more reserved.
Well, look at this car, man. Look at the design, man.
Yeah, love it.
The RTL will turn more heads for sure.
Yeah.
True. You buy
This question is a bit like should I get a M140i or a M340i? Right.
No lah. I mean, you have to. It's more of like a 330i and a M140i. Okay, because
With or without that M adaptive suspension.
yeah. With adaptive suspension. Okay, what else do we have?
This is interesting.
Wow.
Just get the Gen 3 or Gen 2 Cayenne. It's about 150k.
Yeah.
The what 2013 is it? Let me see. It has a Gen 1, right? 2013 Porsche Cayenne. There we have it. Boom, 150k. Ngam.
Jalan.
Yeah. What else would you all recommend? 150k.
150k.
Can get a X6M or not? 2012 BMW X6M. Should be about
I
there
have
as well.
my doubts.
Okay, like if he's really driving a Cayenne,
It's
and I
hard,
say
lah.
something like a Kia Sorento, he will say no lah, right? So I guess but the X5 no lah, and X5 does it fall in that price range? X5s?
Yeah.
What about a Vela?
A 2011 X6M, 150k.
A Velara.
M.
Velara.
300k.
But
Vela cannot get a
Velara, right?
300k.
If it's the 2.0, right, then it's I don't know,
Which
man.
car?
It's
Which car?
Velara.
300k, double the budget, go Vela. Because
Vela
I think
cannot get 150k.
no. I mean, my point is, you are already at that point of luxury. You got to go
Yeah.
something like Vela to feel an upgrade, to be new. So it's hard from there to 150k to feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's hard lah. I'm thinking XC90 as well, but cannot lah.
Cannot get.
You got to go to a Vela range, 300k.
Hey,
So
the day I was
if
driving
you
my
have a
Mini.
3.6 first generation Cayenne, you can go the third generation Cayenne. I mean, the
Yeah.
second generation. I mean,
Not the current
if you
version,
count
the
the
one
facelift
before.
as second gen, then it's a third gen, no? Right? The 2013 Cayenne, like Boon Hong just bought one, the dark purple one, the diesel one.
Well, he's on a shopping spree.
Oh yes. So, beautiful
Would
car.
the Evo be too small for him?
Yes, Evoque too
Yeah.
small.
He needs to fit 5 comfortably.
Okay,
I tell you, you come from a
I
Cayenne
got a
already.
different proposition for you.
Cayenne difficult, because Cayenne is so much of leather, inside,
And the handling.
Yeah.
hard
Yes.
to, you
And
got to
the
give up
handling,
something.
yes.
You got to give up
Nothing.
luxury, and
Yeah.
see one more sporty can, but the luxury wise difficult.
That kind of size, handling, you have to give it to Cayenne. There's just no comparison. There's
Alright.
just no
I got a
comparison.
different proposition for Nash. This one
Right.
is completely left field. All right.
Okay.
You've driven SUV for so long. All right. Why go back to an SUV? Try something different. Right.
What?
Now, I'm not a big fan of this car, but you'll find it familiar, but it will handle very differently. It's the Panamera
Yes.
70.
Yeah, I thought so, lah.
Oh, Panamera.
You are sounding
Yes.
like an
The one,
episode of
although
Dude
I
Match
hate
My Car,
the
Thomas.
design, I hate the design of it. Every time I look at it, I feel like, what the heck are they doing?
Hey, I
Thomas?
love it.
He needs
Thomas,
5.
5 seats from us. 5 seats.
I see.
He needs 5 seats.
5 seats, bro.
5 seats.
Comfortably.
Bro, don't you think I would have bought a Panamera a long time ago? 5
Yeah,
seats,
sorry.
bro.
Now looking at the
Anna
real.
is
Okay,
telling
sorry.
you the range, you know.
Panamera.
Sorry.
Rana is channeling his inner rage.
Cannot buy Panamera.
He's getting back at me from bringing up the V8 lah.
No. Yeah, if you can sit, if your kids are small, maybe lap whatever, but difficult lah.
Sorry.
Difficult to tell the wife.
Tana, you know what I found?
the Sport Turismo as a package with a
Nope.
5-seater one. Yeah.
No, Tana,
What?
I just searched the
Hybrid.
term. I searched Porsche Panamera Con, and then the Google fill up for me conversion kit, 5-seater conversion kit. It exists.
Illegal in
It
Malaysia.
exists. Yes, you can
Illegal.
convert your Panamera to a 5-seater conversion kit.
But apparently there is, right, Bobby? There's like a sport package for Turismo, which has 5 seats from factory.
Yes, but that's the new generation.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, you won't
But
get
the one that we're talking about, the previous one, they never had a Sport Turismo version. But the world, but China exists,
China exists.
and China will create.
Panamera
China heard Tana.
5-seater conversion. Okay, I
Conversion kit, yeah.
Wow.
Your kid can sit in the middle. La 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 la.
Interesting, huh?
There isn't a lot of choice for 150K lah. I mean, okay lah. If you wanna, I don't know.
No, but the thing is that, right, if you are looking at something that gives him a comparable level of performance, utility, and or even an upgrade, right, the choice actually becomes very limited.
Yeah. As a concept, what's the upgrade? It's Cayenne.
Thomas, I'm on Muda every single day.
Yeah, when you're in the toilet, right?
And Carlis, yeah, it's my hobby, So you tell me certain cars, right? I don't know why, but I can just sort of, it's around that value. My feel is there.
It's the Muda encyclopedia.
Panamera.
Panamera. Hey, screenshot this, man. I'm going to screenshot this. It's epic.
Yeah. 5-seater conversion kit.
5-seater conversion kit.
Wow.
Really,
Hey, look.
I tell you, right, the middle seat of sedans, right, is overrated. They are never 5-seaters. None of them can sit a normal human being in the middle, to be honest.
When you have a family of 3 more siblings, so 4 of us, the middle seat is the most ridiculous one. Okay.
All right.
Just doesn't make sense.
When we had the Defender, the Discovery, no one sits in the middle. We sit in the seats behind there. It's more comfortable than sitting there for 3 hours. Yeah.
The funny thing is, when I was growing up, I always picked the middle seat because I sit in the middle, I see the road, and I thought my dad was driving. So I always pick the middle seats. So,
when I was young, where I like to sit, I like to sit on the armrest so that I face the rear passengers of my family. Of course, that is the 80s, and we have no safety concept.
Yeah.
You just hold the chairs when the car brakes.
We had a Toyota station wagon, and my mother will put a queen size mattress in the back area.
Yeah.
And we slept. We literally slept from Ipoh to KL to Segala. We slept there, and fantastic.
My dad did that with his Safari, which unfortunately from time to time when we're sleeping halfway, you'll fly up and then hit the ceiling.
My brother now owns an XC90, the older generation, but he does that. He put a pillow, I got a blanket and mattress in the back seat, the back area, and he park somewhere. Kids go back and sleep. So they
in all reality, it's quite dangerous lah.
Dangerous lah.
Yeah.
It is. When I was in Carlis, when we got a 3rd gen Audi TT for test drive, right? Me and my staff, 7 of us, stuffed into the TT.
I pity the chassis, man.
And out of that 7, right? There's me and there's Chris Aaron. And then Daniel Wong, all those inside the car. Yeah, 7 of us. Yeah.
As a challenge,
as a stupid lunchtime thing, the
whole you actually drove the car.
Yes. We drove it to lunch, and we put down the rear seats, and then they just become like body bags at the back, 5 of them at the back. No, the passenger seat got like 2 person. Yeah.
Let me try to imagine. Okay, 7 people. Okay, so 1 driver, Okay, Bobby
Yeah.
size, so big. So Bobby's probably driving. Then you
Yes.
have
Big
passenger
size
seat.
guy, bigger size than me on the passenger seat, and then on top of his lap sits another smaller size colleague, and then the rear seats we fold it down, and then there are multiple people lying down on the rear seat, like stacking on top, and then looking out of the rear windscreen with their legs behind the back of our front seats, then they are stacking on top. It's some stupid. It's supposed to belong to secondary school, this kind of stuff, but yeah.
You know what they say, when you're young and stupid. Now you're old, you're just stupid.
Hey, thoughts on the F10 520D? Currently have the F5 diesel and want to try something new. Price 70K. Want to get the one diesel, but at first isn't great. F10 520D is fantastic, by the way.
But it's not an upgrade from a Cayenne diesel.
I mean, he wants something new and different, and he likes
But yeah, the
Yeah.
F10s the early batch F10s are now damn worth to buy, man.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I have a question.
Yeah.
958 Cayenne launched later than the F10. So
he likes it, lah. He wants to try something new, lah.
okay. Can I suggest him a 7 series that is around the era of the F10?
But what's diesel?
Yeah.
FO2,
Oh, he
right?
wants
FO1,
diesel.
FO2.
Diesel.
Oh, okay.
He's
Thank
No,
you.
they also had the FO2 diesel also.
Yeah. So diesel guy.
Yeah.
So,
I think this is one of the time when we notice our audience have some bad decisions in progress, and we are trying to stop it. That's not a very good decision, from a
No, but-
958 Cayenne diesel.
but I
to
guess
F10.
he isn't saying he's selling, lah. He has that, like, and you have something new and additional, like, So
He wants to add to his fleet.
not as a change, just a different car.
If you are adding to the fleet,
okay.
Yeah.
then yeah.
Then
But if
it's
really
also
got the
wrong
car to
because-
fetch people around, then don't get a $4, get something else.
Exactly, Thomas. Exactly. You have a 5-seater car. You want to try something new, and then you get a lower 5-seater car, which handles not as good as your taller one. So, get a convertible or something. Try something different. Yeah, get a
Yeah,
convertible.
get a Z4, man. Get a Z4. The Bengal Z4.
Unlimited headroom.
I mean-
Unlimited headroom.
Hey, you know what you're talking about? This Bobby. My dad say he wanted to get so my dad needs a workhorse like a Sorrento, right? Then he's
Yes.
like, hey, let's sell the Mondio. By the way, the Mondio will be up for sale soon. I'm gonna clean it up nicely and put it on the market.
right.
Refurbished gearbox, everything is done. All the problems solved already.
Nice.
And then the Estima, we're gonna sell the Estima. So my dad say get X70. I say, Dad, you really got a workhorse. Get something else, right? And then my dad look at the 3 Series F30, look at that XC60. Then I say, hey Dad, he can get a Cayman, In his whole life, he always wanted a mid-engine car. I say, Dad, you can get a Cayman. Then I say, no lah, so expensive. Then I say, no lah, look. He said, oh, I want hydraulic steering. I don't want your kind of electronic steering. Okay. Look at the 987. Then I show him, hey, 130, 150. He said, Then we went to Segamat.
Is electric steering.
The 987 are hydraulic steerings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then 981 became electric.
Okay.
Which is
Oh, yeah.
very good steering rack.
Nothing to electric steering, yeah.
But it's a very good electric steering rack. Probably
yeah,
the
yeah,
best,
yeah.
one of the best
Yeah.
outside there. Yeah. And then
Porsche
then
and Mini. Porsche and Mini.
Yeah.
Best electric steerings.
Then I showed my dad the 981. Then he's like, Then after a while, I was like, okay, you go nego, you find the price range like this, you go and buy one. Yes. I'm so looking forward to go Genting with my father. I got a Boxster. Then my dad come with his Cayman. We're both driving to Genting together.
But bro,
that would be epic, man.
But bro, if Cayman, why not Boxster?
He's not a comfortable guy.
Just leave it close.
Not the same, lah.
Look, he has to go from Segamat to KL. He needs the hard roof to feel more comfortable to do the distance as well.
But the Boxster's roof got an aluminium panel one.
think
my dad drove my Boxster. He didn't quite like it. He likes a coupe more than a sedan.
He likes a fixed roof over his head, lah.
Yeah.
But you want low spec, man.
You know what? I'm gonna arrange a test drive for him or Boxster too. See what he says. Yeah.
Show
But
him
you're right.
the
Right.
road.
What I'm trying to say is that why get two cars, and then it's like like that. Like you wanna even my dad even said he said C43. Then I think it's not a sports car. It's not built ground up a sports car. The DNA is not a sports car.
Does he want a sports car?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. But what I just want to support Bobby's notion in saying, get something different. Get something different,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when I presented the depreciation of the Cayman, the night ones and the night 8 it's like,
Feel deal.
it's a better buy, Of course, the workhorse depreciate, never mind, right? It gets the work done, it does everything. Fine, whatever. It makes money for me, right? The other one is different. Yeah. Okay.
Well, this is wait, sorry. Yeah.
The thing is that my dad grew up in an era where from no power steering to power steering, they got hydraulic, right? So and he's there's the era of his driving,
I think
Daihatsu Charmant, right? That was his first car, right? Second car. But then he has a KE70, right? 626, Mazda 626, all those cars had the kind of So for electronic steering for them, is like for them it's like, if you compare that position,
Yeah. But I think what Trust GTR said is very valid,
Yeah.
Very valid. Yeah. And this one is interesting. I would say that if it is a Cayman, of course, manual, you get all that. But if it's Boxster, PDK is all right. You can chill. With the roof down, hang one arm on the door. Yeah. Pretty nice. But I don't know, Thomas, of course, he wants his manual transmission.
No, it's not the manual transmission that I would say about this. I think manual and PDK is a personal choice.
Yeah.
Right. But I just cannot tahan the 718 Boxster. Lovely suspension, everything is okay. Design at the back, I don't like. But what I cannot tahan is that the way the turbo delivers the power.
Yeah.
The Boxster is a sharp skipper kind of, it feels sharp and delicate, but then the 917 is like a hammer, is like, like the way it delivers the power is very hammer-like.
I had the same
again, Thomas,
turbo on-off thing.
Yeah, but then again, it's catering for the modern, younger generation. They want that because they're comparing that to other cars with turbo. So if that's your market, you need to deliver that. If not, you will become irrelevant.
True, you're right. But so hence the answer to this question is not PDK or not PDK. Hence the answer to the question is 981.
I think the answer to that is what I call is whether you want it's a daily car or it's going to be a car that you drive.
Yeah.
It's going to be a car that's more for event or an occasion to drive it. I have pleasure running manual. It's an occasion. It's fantastic.
Guys, he considered my proposition for something different.
Also, D.
Yeah. Hey, great
730D.
value. I tell you, the 7 Series of that generation, I tell you, the F01, it's like, what the hell? No value.
F01's interior are properly built, man. Compared to the F10, F01 is nice.
Yes.
I ride in that in India so much. I love it.
You were talking about the Cayenne, and then why buy a sedan? I just feel that there's something about a large sedan, luxury sedan, drive highway. Something about it, I still miss it. You drive on the highway and it's just planted. Not everything's
dignified. The dignified ride quality of a large sedan.
Yeah. So
Yep.
as much as we say like, oh, get a GTR, get a sports car, whatever, there's something about just nice, comfortable, quiet rides.
It's like you sit behind and then you go like, what's that? No, nothing. It's just a cat. You know.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I'm with front engine cars on the highway feel way more comfortable. And
yes.
riding my dad's Mondeo, right? I drive his Mondeo on the highway, right? Oh, so nice, lovely on the highway. Yeah. In fact, my Boxster, when I drive my Boxster on the highway, I feel tired. Like after like 5 hours to drive, I feel really tired driving it. Yeah.
Of course.
Because it's not a GT car, I would say. You know?
Yeah. But
So-
a
so
sedan
highway-
can have a lot of GT qualities. Yeah, a lot of GT qualities in it.
Yeah, mid-engine and rear engine on the highways when you're going fast, you need a lot of steering correction constantly.
Yeah.
You keep doing it, pay attention and all that.
Mhm.
So it's tiring.
So JL, to ask a question, what do you use it for, and then buy accordingly. You know, weekend or
Yeah.
buy.
Yeah.
I will buy
If
manual.
it's- I mean, if
Hey,
it's a
guys,
weekend
this-
car, manual, no question.
Wow,
If
this
you want
one
718,
epic,
right? You want 718, right? I think I'll just if it's a 2.0, 2.5 turbo, I just go PDK lah. I just forget about the manual because
PDK is easier to resell. That's for sure. Manual, so far I saw only one for sale. There's one in April for sale, a black Cayman that's in red. You know, that was it.
manual match NA and all these dual clutch Tinga matches turbos.
yes.
True.
Okay, this one interesting, guys. The prettiest EV or the ugliest?
Is that even a question?
Why even consider taking
Actually, right? I mean, if you ask me, it's a Taycan, no question, right? But I mean, this Ryan's mom comes from a Lexus RX.
Yes.
And if you must have an SUV, right? BMW is also launching the iX3.
That's why he's the iX.
for iX or Taken S. This is the question.
I think for his mum, from an Lexus RX, if she goes to a Taycan, it is a serious downgrade in size, in space, in room.
It's a
because
downsize, massive
the
downsize.
The Taycan is tighter than the 3 Series.
The back the back is big. The rear seats
The
are
back is short.
Yeah, it's tight. It's tight. Even the rear
Yeah.
front seats, everything is tight.
because it's like a two-seater.
You
Two-seater. It's not a three-seater.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Taycan is.
You
a
think the
small car.
Taycan is big because it looks like a Panamera.
Yeah, but it's actually not. The interior room is slightly lesser than an F30.
But I guess from a point of view of Lexus going there, it's also the comment about how luxurious it feels. I don't think the iX will feel as luxurious as the Taycan.
Correct.
You know, so I think for her, what she used to,
Yeah.
refinement and stuff, I think the Taycan is more refined. I mean, only if
You show the iX interior, the BMW iX interior. Hey, you got all the crystal knobs, bamboo inlays, and all that. It's actually a rather, soothing interior, and electric can beat Lexus quietness.
Of course.
Of course.
Electric cars.
I'm very
question.
happy now about EV cars with the new announcement. Like I'm like, I may get an EV now. That means like a proper car for the family and stuff. No one have an EV in the fleet.
Tana, if I buy an EV, I will buy according to my income at a 5-year loan.
I know why.
Hey, Tana, see the interior of the iX? I mean,
Okay, the
compared to
interior is
No, I'll be honest. I hope this is this the real car or is it the production thing?
real. Remember, Thomas is for a woman who's currently in the RX.
No. What I meant is that you know how the 8 Series when they created it was like, oh my god, like whoa. Then they give you 3 Series.
Yeah.
I hope this is not like that because the other electric car I really like. I thought myself like if I really one day going to drive an electric car, right? Is the i4.
i4.
Right? But then after remembering the 8 series, right? I'm like, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, the new interiors, the iX interior really is like that, you know.
Oh, they're nice. They're nice. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
it
iX
feels more
interior.
futuristic. I think the Taycan feels more
Yes,
familiar in its design, the interior,
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
iX3 totally sold out. What?
Wow.
What?
Not surprised.
Makes
Especially
sense,
the new
ah. Yeah,
incentives.
price.
Mm.
Casey is like, it's freaking ugly, is it? The dash. Bro, it's for a different demographic. It's for women,
Yeah, man.
family and all that. Yeah.
Okay. What else do we have? Oh, JL is saying Boxster 981 2.7 road tax, and then 718 below 400.
Come on.
Okay. Let's say okay. Number one, 718 will depreciate. 91 will hold its value, right? So
Correct.
whatever depreciation you will lose on the Boxster 718, you will gain more in that, right? But the other thing, the funny thing is this. Talking about the road tax, right? I mean, you buy a car like this, right? You if you're buying it to enjoy, right? You're not going to think that I paid a little bit more road tax, right? You're gonna
Correct.
I saved that much road tax. But if you really want to save money, lah, okay lah, stop drinking one Starbucks every single week. That's $500. Then you can drive, you can pay for the road tax already. Just stop drinking one Starbucks, one coffee.
Actually, the thing is that, right, 1,300 is not a lot of road tax for a Cayman or a Boxster. If you can afford a Cayman or Boxster, what's 1,300 a year?
No, it's not about the whether can or cannot afford. It's just that when you're driving the car and you look back in your years in your life, right, you're not going to think that, oh, I bought this car because I saved on road tax. You're going to remember
I pay $900
having
every
such
year.
a great time with the car. That's what you remember, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, to answer his road tax question, I just checked the turbocharger price for the 718 Cayman is £3,500.
The turbocharger, if you replace
Yeah,
it.
the turbocharger, which is a problem that you will not face with a 2.7
Correct.
Cayman. If your turbo burn is 3,500.
And besides, you will regain that 1,300 with Evo Club Insurance, what?
Yeah lah,
Club.
come on lah. I mean, you're buying a Boxster, what's 1,300 road tax, right?
But the 718, I guess like the new design, I find for some reason people are more acceptable of the 718 design than the 991, the general public, right? They
fair enough.
accept the design more than the 991. But I find a lot of enthusiasts, they love the 981 design. They love the design of the 981.
It's interesting, Obi. Yeah. I have guys who are younger crowd and a bit older.
Yeah.
The younger ones, they're like, no, I want the turbo. I want that push. I want to.
Yes. Yes.
So because they are used to driving cars like Audi and tuned Audi, whatever. So when they go to a 981 or they go to a
no power,
they're like, hey, how come no power? How come so unfair? And without the PDK, you're gone.
They are not used to high revs.
Correct. So for them, you know what? They have to have 718. Turbo must be there, and for them, they will have fun with 718. Not for everybody, but the mass market do love the 718 turbo.
The
991, you drive it to have a good time in 991. You must keep it at 6,000, at least 5,000
RPM. A lot of people, man.
Thomas, how many people are like hardcore drivers? They like keep the rev and go and they're not. You say for entry people, first Porsche. You have many cars to drive and.
You're right. It requires a different kind of mindset driving the 991. You have to be ready to wrangle the engine a little bit more.
6,000 RPM, they thought the car is breaking down already.
Could break down, explode.
It's a sound that they are not used to. They are not used to that.
That's the heaven sound. That's the sound when the car transforms.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't like the 718 aircon vents, the half circle thing.
Oh, the half circles, right? Yeah.
Yes, I don't like that.
But
Yeah.
if
I
you
like
and JL's asking this question, and this is not just to JL, but anyone looking at the Boxster and Cayman range, right? I've been following it for a while since 2015. I have talking about value of the 718, right? And this is okay. End of the day, you buy what you love, right? But when we talk about second value, right? 2015, when I fall in love with the Boxster, the second value of the car was 330. You know, I met a guy who drives the N5, a doctor, right? He drives the N5, the V8 4.4. He sold his Boxster 3.4, okay, for 330K, and today he's going to buy back his car at 330K. Right, and the prices started to dip when the 91. Of course, usually you got depreciation and stuff. But when the 718 launched, right, prices for the naturally aspirated started to go up again. You know,
Correct.
people seem to sought after more the NA than the turbo, right?
I find Thomas, like Porsche. This is I may get scolded here. I find that Porsche found a great formula with the Boxster and Cayman. Like wow, good formula. And then they're like shit. If I go on longer with this, I may kill my sales of my 911. So they almost feel like I had to pull back a bit, you know, and give it a different market. It can't be better than the 911, you know. Like your Boxster, for example, is the pinnacle. Is the Boxster that could be like it's as good or even better than a 911, you know. So
it's not faster than 911, nowhere near
better,
the speed of
not faster, better, you know.
Yeah.
Porsche is always very clear to draw the distinction.
Draw the line.
Yeah, but yeah, the what I'm trying to say is that the naturally aspirated have seen. If you don't look at Malaysia price, don't just look at Malaysia. Look at global, right? 91 prices has been holding strong. You know, GTS, for example, a Boxster GTS or Cayman GTS, easily 45,000 pounds. You can find in 50,000 pounds, 45,000 pounds, and that's the price that is, and it's more expensive than the 718, and that's ridiculous. It's really more expensive than 718s, really. Yeah. So we're seeing an interesting transition, very interesting transition where people sought after the naturally aspirated, you know. Yeah.
You know, the time when I drove I reviewed the 718 Boxster S. Was it Boxster S or Cayman S? During my previous job, right? I was very impressed with the handling, the ride. Car was fast on going up Genting and all that, but I felt that the engine, despite giving the car that push, right, it was lacking in terms of engagement and sense of occasion. So the experience really felt kind of flat.
But make no mistake, the 718 chassis is superior. It's not even slightly better. Way better. The way it grips through the corners and the confidence is not even close. 981 cannot compare. But it's just the whole packaging of the power and the drivetrain just really. I just feel like.
But Thomas, since you're on this track, right? Let me ask you this: the bigger highlight of the Boxster driving experience, would you consider it to be the engine or the chassis? Which do you see is the more important ingredient?
I cannot say either one. It's both. It's both. Because the chassis is built to be direct, sharp. You know, then the engine also sharp, direct. You know, the throttle response is direct. You know, there's no one thing I would say makes the Boxster really great. It's kind of the package, really a package. You know,
package of having the engine behind you. You can feel the engine. The fact that it's NA, you rev the thing and more. I was shocked.
For me, is the character of the engine takes a higher precedence than how great the chassis is.
Correct.
Yeah,
I don't need
because
to,
you get your enjoyment sooner. You don't need the chassis to take up so much load later to give you enjoyment.
That's a fair point.
You get the sound and all that. You know, the character. Yeah. A quick question I want to answer. Just buy it. It's a great car. The CLS. You know, it still looks really good. The W218. 100K.
They
Go for
depreciate
it.
so
You can take
much.
the road tax.
They depreciate so much.
Yes, I mean, if you can take the road tax, the 3.5 liter, it was the era where Mercedes have a weird engine configuration. You know, you have the 1.8 turbo, then they launched the 2-liter turbo, and then 3.5. Straight up 3.5.
But the power on this one is quite poor, isn't it, Bobby?
Yeah.
It's an NA law,
280,
3.5
right?
liter,
Yeah.
270 horsepower NA.
To me, for the price you pay, the power isn't there for Rotax. Rotax versus power lah. That's the thing.
Yes. So you will recommend the A7 3-liter turbo? I know. I would as
How
well.
about the 6 Series?
Or the 6 series.
Grand Coupe?
Not 100K. 6 series is 200 over.
Power, bro.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, the GC, the Grand Coupe is still close to 200. Yeah, different price point.
I mean, such a big car. You go in the back seat, you sit, the roof will come back, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
I just find the car is great to look at, but think practically like power, the sitting behind, everything. No lah, not for me.
Yeah, the powertrain selection is
But let me tell you this: for 3.5 NA, the car will depreciate all the way down to the 30K range as time goes on. It will. If it is the A7 3-liter supercharged, it won't. Yeah, different.
because 3.0 to 3.5 is double.
Yes, it's double the road tax. You know, close to 5K.
Okay. There's a guy asking about my Boxster update. So my Boxster is getting new shocks. So it's all done with the vacuum hoses. Now it's getting new shocks for Diwali.
Nice.
So I'm starting it. So it'll take a week or so to tune the custom shocks and all that stuff. But yeah, wait.
Nice. There's a question here. Guys, what do you think? What is it? Is it AE86 or GT86?
Yeah lah, should be GT lah. Cannot be AE, right? AE is I don't know lah. I'm a Megane guy lah. I'll go Megane lah for the. Hey, no. If it is GT86, then either one gives you really great driving experience.
Dude, where's my car? The dude, where's my car moment.
Yeah. One is
one more like a precision driving two-wheel drive front engine, more sports car, and then one more like a hooligan.
Yeah, man.
Like if you want to get a cheap Cayman and not worry about the maintenance, you know what? 86. That's it.
Yes. 86. Another question, 86. Z4 or 86? For me, I think the 86 drives way nicer than the Z4 in every way, but the roof doesn't drop. And it doesn't look as sexy as a Z4, but a Z4's handling is it takes a lot to fix. Takes a lot to fix. You have to ultra racing the shit out of it.
So it boils down to what are you looking for, right? The GT86 of course is for you if you want to explore the limits of vehicle dynamics, whereas the Z4, like what Bobby said, gives you that pleasure of open top motoring. You know, you don't push the car to its limits to enjoy it.
Yes.
Put it this way, you cannot enjoy the 86 if you're driving legally. You can enjoy the Z4 legally.
Everyone who had the 86, they feel like, oh, I want more power. They go tuning, more power.
Actually, no.
Latter rims, you know, and they want more.
I love the 86. When you drive Genting, you wrangle the car. The car really loves to
illegally.
Yes, but Thomas, you are in the minority.
Yeah.
I also enjoy the 86.
If I ever get 86, I would not tune the engine. I'll first go under the suspensions. They make it a little bit stiffer, springs and dampers.
But you see, there you go. You are looking for ways to mod the car, right?
Not the engine, but actually in terms of driving dynamics, Bobby is right. Like the 86 will play with you, love to play and play, love it. And a Z4, when you play with it, it's like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, brother, chill out.
But you can enjoy the Z4 when you're driving legally, which the 86 you can't. Seriously, you drive legally, right? The 86 just
It's boring.
a car,
It's
a
boring.
car.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes,
You're right.
yes.
It's very
Yes.
boring. Yeah.
So back to Con's question, what is the car for? Are you going to drive it like spiritedly, or are you going to enjoy the drive, right?
Red pill or blue pill?
Yeah.
I take the blue
Enjoy
pill.
it legally or illegally.
I'll take the blue pill
the wrong
anytime.
colour.
The blue pill. I know got no drop top, but I'll take the blue pill anytime.
You illegal fella.
Thomas does not drive illegally, okay, just for the record.
No, I mean 86.
Thomas-
You need to drive illegally to enjoy it.
Thomas has got an Elias hooligan driver.
Thomas hooligan make appearance.
There, see? Like that I said, Thomas hooligan make see? Man, you are different level, bro. Yeah, Larry says, yeah, I was looking at the A7 and
But the 6 Series is such a lovely car, you know. It's
It
actually
is.
a very well executed car. Nothing much to say
It
about
is.
the car. It's just good. It's just a good car.
It's so sad that BMW
And then-
abandoned that.
And then BMW decided to take a crap on it by building what we see today as the 8GC, the 6GC, sorry.
And then double the price.
No, when they have the 5 Series, they have the 6 Grand Tourer, the 6
Yeah.
became the GT. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
then the 8 Series, right? I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I'm so disappointed because when they had that pop-up booth near Mandarin Oriental, I was there, and then I look at the car up close, like, wow, if this is the car, I will buy this over a 911. Then when the car actually came
Yes.
out, it's like, huh? What happened to all these things? the door
Exactly.
handle, everything. What happened? You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there may comment. Thomas drives spiritedly. Actually, Thomas is a very skillful driver. It makes us put us to shame because he knows
yes.
what car.
I got trouble
how to
keeping up with
handle.
Bobby's repeat in my
So-
Boxster, okay?
It's such a fantastic driver.
Very, very skillful driver.
Skillful
Okay, this one,
driver.
Anna.
Hmm.
Okay, I
AMG.
want to
812 super fast lah, yo.
I'm an AMG guy.
I mean, as much as the AMG GT is nice, but 812
not-
is
Bro, 812 super fast, bro. Not even the same stratosphere. It's not even the
Not
same
the
stratosphere.
not the same league. In fact, it's a different league
No.
altogether.
No.
But it's like
yeah.
would you want a totally unrealistic car or car that I'll get? One car I want to get like in GTR like this car is like a car I'll never buy, I'll never drive.
You can say all you want, Tana. If we one day, okay, if it's a where's my car, you choose a GTR, and then when every time Bobby or myself pass you by with a super fast, you're gonna look at the car. And then, why did I pick the GTR? Tana, you idiot.
Well, I'm okay lah. If it's purely hypothetical, I'll buy it and I'm not gonna drive it. I like once in a while.
I mean, the GTs, the MG GT is great, but it's not super fast great. Let's put it that way.
It's not.
But this is the GTR, bro.
GTR
GTR is the most
AMG
powerful
I know,
GTR.
but
hurts your
It's-
butt more.
Yeah.
Hey, but putting this question aside, have you guys seen the new GT, the new
Convertible.
SL?
Oh.
Man,
Oh yes.
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 that is Mercedes
Beautiful.
really going to work.
Beautiful.
Oh man,
That
it
is
reminds me of the
Mercedes really
R129, man.
going to work.
The first thing I saw is like R129's like successor, man. Yeah,
It's beautiful. The new SL is beautiful, man.
you know,
That
it's
really is
so
Mercedes going
it's
to
so
work.
beautiful that I thought to myself
Yes.
that okay, because I always have this question, and recently I've been asking myself, work harder for what else do I want to get, like a nicer car in my life, right? Never have a car in 1 million range and plus minus. I would say that I really, really want it. It's a lot of saying like SLS, just say, right? But when I saw the SL 863, right, I'm like, that is the car that I want.
damn
I
nice.
want. Oh, look at that! Oh, I want
Now
this car.
this-
I want
this
this
is
car.
Mercedes
Mercedes
really on
going
a
to
roll. On a roll.
I want to work hard to get this car. I want to work hard, work smart. I want this car.
Yeah.
On top
Beautiful.
of the Spider, both of it, two different cars. And oh man, look at that. and this red color and the black and red combination. Hoyo.
But you know, Thomas, I saw the design of the car. I was like, wow, so nice, beautiful. This is like concourse, the elegance kind of material. And then I saw the iPad in the car. Oh
yeah. I was just wondering that
yeah.
how is it gonna be when the sun shines on it and it gets super hot? I don't know what it's gonna be like.
The whole angle can change, the thing, the iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only qualm in the car, lah. But look at the exterior, man. Sexy, man. It's like you're riding on sex all the time, man.
It is sexy. It is sexy.
Yeah.
Love
the car.
Tana is quiet. Tana is like looking at the car,
No, I'm looking at the comments here.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Comments.
About the E39 that swap. So Justin, that swap car, I believe the fella done something behind the scene lah. So
yeah, that's
you can play with this lah.
Where's the link? Where's the link? How to find the car?
Don't lah, then everybody
No. Don't spoil people's market, bro.
No. As in, no, the car is legal to ride.
Yeah. He did a V8 swap, but the car is running on 2.5 road tax.
The number all correct, no issue, you know.
Wait, how do you do the interchange?
He has done such a way that the correct engine number is there.
Come on.
Tana say this. Malaysia boleh.
Malaysia boleh.
Sorry.
Malaysia boleh. The car on paper is the 3.0, but internally
2.5, this one.
2.5, but internally it's a 4x4 V8. Everything is legal, legit, done.
Buy.
There's a car worthy to see in Con's garage now.
This car needs to live a low profile existence. This car needs to live a low profile existence.
I mean, Justin, for all your matter, for you, as long it clears post-mortem inspection, you're okay. That's all. You can be, I don't know, I clear post-mortem inspection, then it's fine, it's done. Go ahead. Not bad, 2.5 at 4.4.
But BMW 4.4 V8,
not that powerful, but the sound sound, exhaust.
Yeah, it's
it gives us a different impression, right? Like you mentioned 4.4 V8 or BMW, and then people think of problems, and then you talk about the 5.5 V8 Mercedes, sound, right?
Yeah. BMW is that. Actually, I think BMW only ever made one really good V8, which is the M3.
Yes, I agree. The 4-liter V8 on the M3 is.
I remember that video you guys created recently. Why people ask you buy a BMW? I don't want peace. I want problems.
Yeah lah, HP bugger.
No,
I want problems.
My wife asked, how come this ad is saying don't buy BMW? I said, well, the creator was a guy driving Lexus. That's why.
Yeah. And the one that HP did, he sat in the Lexus. He said, you, what do you do for a living? Fixing Contis, or the one is class act with the one. He's like, you're insulted, but you have to laugh, It's like, and then next thing we know, HP in the workshop. He's like, oh, my wallet thinner, but I love my car.
Actually, his car, what happened? He was in the workshop for what?
No idea. I think he's at the stage.
Brakes making noise.
His understanding of cars hasn't crossed the threshold of daring to take risks with it, So you hear some noise. Hey, what's going on? Let's go workshop.
Brake pad got sound also got issue, man. Brake harder, it'll go away. Finish. Correct, Thomas?
Yeah. But that always say maybe something caught in the brakes. Maybe after you brake a few more times, then it's gone already.
Brake harder.
Maybe it's wet, or water between your brakes.
Any more questions, people? Oh, SLC, goodbye. All of us will say Boxster.
No.
SLC
How much
43.
are the
Okay,
SLCs now?
Okay,
How much are
ma.
the
SLC
SLCs
43.
Hey, don't everything also 43 lah, brother. People are looking at the standard one, 200K. 189 also got.
SLC,
The SLK is what, 250 LB?
Yes.
Yeah.
200
Yes.
also got.
The SLK to me is beautiful because of that fins, how it looks like. It looks like a very long hood, it's very grand.
Yeah.
Very grand.
Look, if you like to cruise on a highway and stuff, SLCs are great. I mean, front engine, rear drive. You get the comfort, you get the security on the highway. Yeah, yeah. But again, like when it comes to sporting capabilities, it's very hard to beat a Boxster. Well, it's very hard to, like, when it talks about nimble, being convertible. There's very little choices around. Yeah.
Walao Porsche Boxster prices are really going back up. The 981s.
The night ones are ridiculous in its value, man.
My God. At one point, they were like 190,
How much is
190, 200.
How much is the base box, the base 981, the lowest spec 981?
2,000, 250K now.
Holy.
They went back up. Yeah, they went back up 250K now.
And they go fast, don't say the Boxster base, the day we did the drive to that Temyang highway thing, and then I saw Cody Hong's Boxster, the yellow color one. And Cody Hong's a YouTuber, right? And when he last year, when I saw the Boxster, right, I saw the ad, right, and I was, I think about it. Then 2 days later, I called the guy. 2 or 3 days, I called the guy, and then the guy says sold. And it was him. He said he saw the car, he drove all the way to Ipoh, put down payment, take the car back. Like, because he knew that these cars are moving fast, right? Yes, and they move fast. Not only they are increasing in price, they move very quickly. Yeah. Because I think Night One is interesting because they started to have, they got PDK, but the car became quite refined interiorly. The interior started to feel quite refined, very acceptable. Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the prices. Okay,
265.
if you get the cheapest SLC, your installment, the lowest I can calculate based on 30% down payment, Andrew, is about 1,600 ringgit for the SLC 180, the smallest engine, lowest horsepower, 1,600. And a Boxster 981 will be 500 ringgit more. So if you're looking at a sports car, you can consider this, 500 ringgit more per month. You are on a car that will never depreciate lower than 130K or 100. No, it will not depreciate lower than 150K next time. Maybe it will hold its value here really, really well because the 987 is coming back up in prices. They are hovering about 120. They are about 120. So your Boxster 981, right, should always maintain 180, the list 180 or 160 next time. All right, it will maintain that. So for 500 ringgit of payment per month more, the car that you are buying now at 250 will never go below 160. Whereas the SLC, whichever price point you buy, which is currently about 180, 190, one day it will go down to 50. And that's on a hedging of 500 ringgit difference per month. So if you can afford the 500 ringgit difference, sorry?
It's also one thing to consider that the down payment is higher because then it's 30%.
Slightly, Thomas, you see, 180, 190K down payment, your 30% is 60K, right? Your 250K, your 30% is 75K. It's 15. Yeah, it's 15,000 difference in down payment and 500 ringgit per month, but you are hedging on a car that will forever worth 100K more. So it's worth paying that difference. If you
I
can
agree.
afford it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So go for the Boxster. All right. Oh, until he really considered the 7 over a 5.
Go on you.
Yes. Yep. This one. Facelift RCZ manual 85K. Okay only, right? What are your thoughts, guys?
It's a manual.
It's a good looking car. You know, it's gonna
It's a
stand out.
manual.
Front wheel drive
It's
coupe.
Yeah.
85,000.
Our question, why is buying it?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a setup like this, right? I don't know. Okay lah. I guess you can go for Megane RS. You know, for front wheel
Yes.
drive manual. You know,
Yes.
probably a bit more wilder to drive than the RCZ. Yeah.
Way nicer
More
and
power.
way more reliable.
Because I think
and
people,
then a more followed model than the RCZ lah. Yeah.
I think people buy cars with this romantic idea. Wow, manual. Wow, convertible. Wow, this and that. No. But it will never be a fast, sporty car.
Maybe he likes the design, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Design,
the RCZ does have a design.
So I think if you answer yourself why you're buying that, for what purpose, then that's your answer, you know. But if it's gonna buy because it's a sports car, whatever, I don't think it's in that category, you know. But if you like the design, you know.
For the record, I'm looking at Muda now, right? The most expensive example that I can find manual auto is 78. So
88. I found 88K on Carlis, a 215 model.
Oh, okay.
78 to 88K la, manual la. Only 2 available in Malaysia now for sale. So
I think in mind the manual actually has the higher torque. The car has higher torque.
Yeah. The manual has higher outputs.
Yeah.
But the drivetrain is not as, you know, hard wearing as a Megane's.
Oh, of course.
Megane's
not
drivetrain is way better. Even the setup is more aggressive than this one over here. You know, LSD in front, torsion beam behind is crazy.
Yeah.
But having that said, the RCZ handles extremely well. You know, the front grips very confidently. You know, but it reminds me there's a hatchback than a coupe. You know, it drives like a hatchback.
But not in the league of the Megane. It's not in the league.
Not for sure.
No,
more wild.
Yeah, it's competent, but I wouldn't call it legendary.
Yeah, to me the RCZ, automatic sounds practical because like, okay lah, nice car, chill out. You drive it automatic, it's fine. As a manual, the whole concept of manual, bringing more sporty, and you ring the car out, I don't see the car as a manual.
Megane RS 250. Yeah.
But the Megane is a boy racer look. The RCZ is a sexy coupe look. You know.
Yeah.
The RCZ. Let's again. I'm gonna put this example. The hotel valet in front. They have the last space, and then a Megane and the RCZ roll up. They will ask the Megane to park at the basement and then let the RCZ park in front.
True.
All right.
It looks more hotel valet front parking ish kind of car. You know. You can go to a movie premiere. If you're a superstar, right? You don't mind stepping out of this car and onto the red carpet. You don't do that in the Megane. You don't do that in the Megane.
It has a TT look, I guess.
Yes, it has that kind of glamorous look, which the Megane doesn't have lah. The Megane is just boy racer all out lah.
Yeah, which is what I'm saying, Bobby. This car for me, the automatic fits it. Buy the automatic, something you drive comfortably, top down. You go there, land there. I wouldn't get the manual for this lah, personally.
Yeah.
The car
is quite stiff, very stiff. The car actually, the ride is quite stiff, which is again like I know like if you don't really care what people think and say and look at you and stuff to get them again. Even the stiff, just do a proper stiff car and then just do it lah. You know. Yeah. But talk about that scene, right, Bobby? You talk about like arriving in hotel, everything. I would love to do it in my E30. My E30. I'll do a full black suit, neck or tuxedo, all my E30, bottle cap rims, everything.
Out already on the car.
Huh?
Out already or not your car?
Oh, it's going to be another 1 month before it's done. We just
what,
sanded
Thomas?
down the whole roof, bare metal, and we what else? This week the car will be done with sanding and rust repair. Next week they'll put the primer on and the putty and stuff. Then week after they start to paint the first layer, the color, and then clear coat.
Yeah.
So another 4 weeks. These guys are good but they're slow You don't rush them They let them do their job.
No, you cannot rush. You never rush your painters.
Because you're doing bare metal, bare metal spray and stuff. Yeah.
Never
Thomas, if you are stepping out of your E30 in suit, blazers, and full suit and all that, right? Another guy will throw you his keys. He thought you delivered the car up.
You will see.
Your Mini, yes, you can step out of your Mini to the red carpet immediately. Your classic Mini.
But when I step out my car into the red carpet, I will tore my slacks already.
Oh, the guy says Scirocco. Yeah, Scirocco as well.
Oh yeah. Scirocco looks way sexier. Yeah. But sportier not sexier, sportier sorry. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we're finishing up here.
Yeah.
We don't have any more.
Terry say little compressor drop at the back.
I saw
the echo compressor drop, one day. Anyways, sorry.
I need to call it a night. Tomorrow I've got to wake up and
I didn't know we were dragging this long. Tana also stoned already. See Tana like quiet for the past half an hour.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you so
much.
much.
It's a great session. And
the next time 2 hours you cut us off and then just play the outro.
Thank you, guys. Happy Diwali.
Happy Deepavali, Tana.
Hey, when is Deepavali, Tana?
Thursday.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Good night, guys. Good night.
Good night, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.
Yo, bye.
We'll be right back.